TRPE. The realest podcast ever, realest podcast ever. Two brothers bringing thinking on a second level. Music, sports, fashion, politics, and the streets. The best 2 hours out of every week. YDN, dinosaurs, and YBODs. Real talk every time, this is what you need. We just out here popping shit. It's your boy C. Diddy and Matt makes me sick. TRPE, TRPE, go. TRPE, TRPE, go. They know. The realest podcast ever. The realest podcast ever.
Oh man, it's a great day to be a Lakers fan.
You gotta let him play.
Oh man, it is a fantastic day to be a Lakers fan.
Man.
For those of you out there that are sleeping under a rock, or most of the Philadelphia people who have bootleg cable and your signal is fucked off, LeBron James is a Laker. It ain't no 1 year deal. It ain't no 2 year deal. It ain't no 3 year deal with a player option. It is a 4 year fully guaranteed max deal, $154 million. LeBron James leaving the shithole that is Cleveland and coming to the sunny skies and palm trees of LA.
Yeah, Cleveland is about to go back under. They just climbed out.
They just got out of a 4 year economic recession.
They just got all them fucking condos built. Like,
ain't nobody moving to Cleveland.
if JR just called timeout, maybe shit sticks
Holy
together.
shit, if George Hill just hit his free throw.
Yeah.
Like, now imagine being Kevin Love and you stuck with JR, George Hill, and Rodney Hood.
And Colin Sexton.
Colin Sexton talking about come back so we can make another run at this.
Colin Sexton trying to go back to college now.
Holy shit. Turn me up a little bit.
You good?
There we go. There we go.
Good.
I couldn't hear me at all. But yeah, Colin Sexton, fuck out of here, boy. You about to be playing 49 minutes a game as a rookie. He'll fuck around and die on the court.
Last time Bron left Cleveland, Kyrie was there, and they didn't come within like the 10th seed in the East, which is like pretty awful.
With 3 number 1 picks.
Yeah, it was Kyrie. What were the other number one?
Anthony Bennett.
Where the fuck is he at?
Uzbekistan.
I think he's one of them podcasters.
He in another room.
Before us.
He in another room right now.
Yeah, Anthony
Wiggins.
Bennett and Wiggins. And they traded the Wiggins.
Yeah, Wiggins turned into Kevin Love. Holy shit.
It's like,
Can you imagine being a Minnesota Timberwolf and you like way far ahead of Cleveland?
yeah. You know the crazy part
Like,
about this
good
shit
looking.
is? LeBron was the first pick in his draft, 03.
Yeah.
You know who was the 32nd pick?
Who was the 32nd pick?
His coach, Luke Walton.
Holy shit.
Crazy, right? They came out together. And I was like telling my homie just now, I'm like, I honestly think that was part of LeBron's decision. Like, who's the coach? All right, bet.
Oh, Luke? All right,
I'm running. I'm running things.
I'm the coach now.
Yeah, look at me.
LeBron's
Look at me. Look at
I'm
me.
the coach now. LeBron is looking for any opportunity where he can at the very least be player coach, sometimes player coach, GM, executive vice president of basketball operations.
The thing with it is like Magic is Magic.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? And it's like Magic just, he got it.
man.
So, like, it's
You could tell Magic knew that this was done when he got up there at that press conference the other day. Said,
it's like Pat
I'm
Riley.
Magic Johnson. I ain't worried about nothing.
That shit drew everybody to Miami. Like Pat Riley, like thug.
But
Like
then niggas realized Pat Riley's an epic dickhead and was like, oh
Pat
shit.
Riley just he at the end he kind of just Pat Riley is like season 5 of Martin. Like it just went somewhere else.
We watching this shit,
Yeah,
but we ain't happy
fucking with
about
it,
it.
but not really. You know what I mean? But with him with Magic, that's just beautiful. And the crazy part
perfect,
is
man.
the Lakers can still sign another max. That's the craziest part of this.
Yeah.
So it's like them getting Kawhi. I'm glad Paul George is off the table.
Yeah, fuck Paul George, by the way.
I know. I fucks with PG.
I
but
don't.
here's the thing:
Fuck him.
them getting PG, Kawhi, and LeBron. It's like, all right.
It's a log jam.
Now, who else gonna play? Because we only got $800,000 for the rest of the roster.
Matt, what you doing, big
So
man?
that's what my pop was like. Can you still shoot threes the way you used to? I'm like, dog, I might have to go the fuck out here.
Stretch
'Cause
five.
they don't have any money left. So it's like with them now being able to get LeBron, all right, max deal. You can still sign another max. Let's say you get DeMarcus on like a
like a one and one.
one. they could still sign granted they fucking up signing Pope and Brooke Lopez, but it's like y'all still got money to make moves.
Yeah.
So they gonna have Pope in a fucking classroom writing on a chalkboard. Do not shoot.
I will not shoot 9 threes.
I will not shoot 9 threes. Exactly. But other than that, man, it's a good fucking day to be a Lakers. Sixers fans are pissy Minaj.
Pennsylvania.
They are.
Mississippi.
They are going berserk on my post. They are pissed right now.
But here's the thing, right? You never stood a chance.
That's what I tried to. That's
you
what
never stood.
I told
a chance.
JT like, here your hating ass come. I'm like, no. I wrote this 3 weeks ago. I was just waiting for the actual, the affirmative to post this shit because I know LeBron is one of the smartest, if not the smartest, basketball player ever
in history.
Ever. There is absolutely, when you take in all basis, his children going to the schools they go to, his son being likely a prodigy in basketball, him owning real estate in Calabasas, why would he come here to have $4 platters and
and go to Uncut? No disrespect.
Yeah, like
shout out my man Ron. Shout out Ron and Maria, but
Brian got shot last night on Passion coming out Vanity. It's like, why would he want to go through that?
Yeah, Brian and Clutch Sports talking about, we gonna grab the the T-Rexes and pull up at Uncut.
Yo,
no.
My man was like, dog, I wasn't ready to see LeBron in a DC chain hopping out the fucking the rental with fucking New Balance. But I'm like, real shit. Like, it's just no reason on earth to ever go to LA to Philly.
He literally never had a chance. I woke up late as shit today. I didn't sleep Friday and Saturday, so I slept all day today. And I woke up today to a text from a friend of mine, listener to the show, and she's like, yo, do you think LeBron is coming to the Sixers? I said, absolutely not. He's going to LA or Cleveland. And then literally an hour later, the story broke about the fucking Lakers shit, and I'm like, see, told you. Like, it was either I'm gonna stay where I'm at for 1 year, grin and bear it, try to get something back for Kevin Love, hope that JR drink too much Henny and overdose, and we can stretch his contract or put in an insurance claim, and just hope for the fucking best, and hope that Kyrie and Gordon aren't 10 times better than they were before they got hurt, and that they don't sweep us in the Eastern Conference Finals. Or I could go to LA. I'm not the favorite. I'm really kind of hovering under the radar. Houston and Golden State are still clear teams above me before I start willing and dealing and figuring out with Magic and Rob Pelinka what we going to do. I don't have no pressure on me whatsoever. I can just say, oh, this is a lifestyle move, blah, blah, blah. Or I could just do like I always do and say nothing when I sign my free agent deal and go back to fucking the Bahamas or Brazil or wherever the fuck I'm going to go and just let it be what it is.
The crazy part is, like, LeBron, if the Lakers do nothing else, right? Nothing. Yeah. LeBron running with Lonzo, Ingram, Julius Randle, and Kuzma.
3 seed.
That's a better situation than he has in Cleveland.
Absolutely.
I literally saw motherfuckers like, oh, he a dickhead. The East was his shot to the finals. And I'm just like, y'all wanted him 22 minutes ago. Now he's a dickhead. It don't make no sense.
This is why he didn't come here.
This is why he didn't come here.
Yeah, because who wants to deal with this shit? Me, it's bad enough me and Matt got to deal with y'all shit. You think a man worth 800 something million want to deal with y'all?
It's dope to see so many Cleveland fans like, you know what? He can go wherever.
I mean, that in all reality, right? If all championships are not created equal, and that championship that he won against the 73-9 Golden State Warriors team that was heavily favored to beat him, and he was down 3-1, that's really like winning 3 chips for real.
My homie is one of the biggest. He'll remain nameless. He's one of the biggest LeBron haters, like, for life. I used to hate Bron. I say it all the time. And we used to party together hating LeBron. You know how that shit used to be. Go to the
nigga lost again, baby.
Nigga.
Give me a Mata.
Yeah. But he said, and he's still to this day is like, it's weird he's coming around now.
Yeah.
But he's like, honestly, yo, being down 3-1 in the finals to a 73-win team that had what was Steph Curry's MVP? Unanimous MVP. Yeah. Winning that championship for Cleveland in the fashion in which he did, it almost made Bron bulletproof. To where it's like, we can make jokes and we can say little shit, but He one of the best ever, if not the best ever. And it's like, you just kind of got to respect
jog my memory, but I don't remember Mike beating a 70-win team. I remember him being on a 70-win team and beating the shit out of everybody because that's how stacked his teams
people
were.
just don't want to admit it. Like, if you take Jordan in 96 or 97 off of the Bulls and put him wherever the fuck you want to put him and put LeBron on that team with... It's the crazy part. I was saying this shit the other day to my homie, and I'm like, the Bulls at that time were the best team maybe ever.
Yes.
You had Scottie Pippen, who's one of the all-time great swingmen, if not the
top
best
50 player all time
swingman. Dennis Rodman, who's the best rebounder of his era. And then y'all had Tony Kukoc coming off the bench, and he's like, the fuck do Tony Kukoc mean? I'm like, he won Sixth Man of the Year.
He was one of the greatest European players of all time.
He's the best Croatian player in basketball history. He like, what the fuck do that mean? I'm like, dog, did you ever watch Tony Kukoc play? He's 6'11", could shoot the three and dribble.
And can bring the ball.
Like, yo, it's crazy. They got like a whole joint on YouTube where it show all of his like Tony Kukoc got multiple game winners. Like, Kukoc was really that nigga.
Man.
Then you add in Steve Kerr, who was a sharpshooter who took the role of John Paxson. It's just like, they were the best team. And that's what the Warriors have assembled. We're the best team. We're a collective of the best players that you could put together.
Yes.
LeBron had that at one point with Wade and Bosh. They were running over everybody. It was literally like toying with people. But in these last 4 years, him being on Cleveland, it just wasn't it. The first year and the second year with Kyrie as the predominant scorer, LeBron as the primary ball handler, and Kevin Love coming off the wing, they were the shit.
Beautiful.
Honestly, they should have won 15 chip. People don't remember. They were up 2-1.
Yeah.
Kyrie blew his knee out in the fucking first game. Kevin Love fucked his back up. They were up 2-1 in that series.
You could be having a totally different conversation where they fuck around and steamroll the Warriors in the 15 championship. Then they come back to back and then win the other one. And then the last two against Durant are what they are. It's like, what the fuck is you going to do? You know, what are you going to do against,
but I honestly said the other day, I don't think the championship shit matters that much. I feel like LeBron at this point has done everything you can do in basketball. The only thing he hasn't done is won a Defensive Player of the Year award, and he's never going to get that because the way the game rolls now.
They key in on guys that basically almost exclusively just play defense. Like, the only guy that has better offense than his defense, that has the ability to win a Defensive Player of the Year now is Embiid. Yeah. All the other guys are primarily defensive players first that win that award.
Like, even going back to like the Ben Wallace, Ron Artest years, it's like these niggas strictly sock people and play defense.
All they did.
That's it.
All they did.
That's it.
Punch niggas in the stomach when they on a loose ball and grab rebounds.
Like, I don't give a fuck how good a point guard play defense. You're not going to see a point guard take down Defensive Player of the Year on some Gary Payton.
Right before I took my last Twitter hiatus, I was making this point while I was being bombarded by Michael Jordan dick suckers. But think about all the transformative defensive wings that exist in LeBron's era. You got Ron Artest, you got Bruce Bowen, you got fucking Kawhi Leonard, you got Tony Allen, like
Jimmy Butler. Like, you got a lot of motherfuckers. You got
so many motherfuckers that like shut shit down on defense, and they literally all play LeBron's position. Mm-hmm. I don't remember like no guys that Jordan played against at the 1 and the 2 that was just like lockdown defenders that was like, oh my God, he's giving Mike so much trouble. He's shooting 7 for 33 tonight.
My homie at my job was like, you never watched Jordan 63 in the Garden? I'm like, you do know he was getting guarded by Taylor. like at the end of the day, it's like there was no great standout. Like, the best defenders at that time was like Michael Cooper and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was no, like, there was no Kawhi Leonard.
No, it didn't exist.
There was no Ron Artest. No. That just wasn't a thing. Like, angry niggas from Queensbridge played defense. No, hell no. You don't see that in 80.
There's no Trevor Ariza. Like, it's none of that.
Trevor Ariza went to the
1 year,
Suns.
15.
Yeah, I like that.
It's basically
like you want to say something.
I was gonna say there's like this one part, I forget which Spurs seat finals, but like you can see LeBron sees Kawhi coming back in, and that's the first time I've seen him like.
Oh yeah, I see you. They was at the foul line. He saw LeBron. He's
like, who the fuck? Who wants to deal with that shit? Yeah. Like, who wants to deal with Tony Allen for 42 minutes? Who wants to deal with Kawhi for 46 minutes?
Kobe even gave Tony Allen props. Like, he's like, yo, that's the toughest defender I think.
Like,
I've
he's
ever.
Like, what up? Knock me down, knock my tooth out, whatever. All right, give me some gauze. I'm back in the game. Yeah. Like they just don't stop, and Mike he did not face that shit.
Like my dad and them always talk about Kareem and the hook shot. It's the most unguardable shot ever. I'm like, you do know that was Kevin McHale trying to guard it, like with no feet. Like Kevin McHale, they said he had a thing in his foot where, because he walks fucked up.
Yeah,
now, and he played on that. And it's like, if Kevin McHale, who already don't got no bunnies, got a fucked up heel on his foot, what's he blocking? You know what I'm saying? Of course the hook shot is unguardable. Yeah, it's crazy. Kevin McHale straight scored 60 with no dunks. He had 14 field goals in the paint, no dunks. Just layup central. So it's like, yeah, it's just a different game. But I'm happy for Bron, man. I'm happy for the Lakers. Magic's wheeling and dealing. Honestly, they could get rid of Ingram. They could get rid of Randall. I hope they don't get rid of Lonzo, because I need the LeVar. The LeVar train back rolling. I just
tweeted, man. I said LeVar and Lonzo both getting traded to the Flint Tropics. It's over. Them Will Ferrell.
I need LeVar, man. LeVar ain't lied to me yet. I gotta have LeVar in the building, dog. You imagine Lonzo and LeBron. You know how animated LeVar out to be this year.
LeVar about to get banned from the building. LeBron had one request. He's going to sign the full 4-year deal, no options, none of that shit. His only request is that LeVar cannot come to no games.
What Will Smith say?
And he can't travel with the team.
If I see him on my property, I'm going to shoot him. I can't. Yeah, but I need LeVar, because LeVar is funny, and that's LA. Like, him being him, that makes it LA.
He's a fucking character, man.
I want him. I want to see him get DeMarcus. Yeah. I'd love to see a starting five of Lonzo, LeBron, Ingram, Julius. Ingram, LeBron, Lonzo, DeMarcus, and Julius. That would be dope.
I'm with that.
I wouldn't mind that.
Get Lopez the fuck out of here, please.
Yeah, nah. Somebody got to warm towels.
If they sign him, they can't trade him for 30 days. So my whole thing is, all right, Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka are two of the most brilliant basketball minds in the history of the sport. For those who don't know, Rob Pelinka was Kobe's agent for a long time. He was a lot of other top tier players' agents. And he transitioned over to the executive side of basketball, whatever. So with that being said, in their talks with the Spurs might have said, yo, we wouldn't mind having Caldwell Pope, or we wouldn't mind having Brook Lopez, or whatever. We want some veteran presence on this team to go with, whatever. So there may be a bigger plan at play here, but I don't see it. Like, if anything, sign and trade these motherfuckers. Get these niggas out of here. But the holding on to Brook Lopez is like, nah. Yeah, I'm cool.
It was crazy because I'm so hyped and happy looking at the timeline. Then I see Contavious Caldwell Pope. I'm like, oh, he died. I'm like, oh no,
he resigned.
I'm like, shit. That was my initial thought. Like, oh, because the post that it was on looked kind of like shady, like second level.
He was trying to get $24 million a year.
When?
Last year. That's the reason why.
Yeah,
that was the whole
thing. He bet on himself. Like, yeah, I remember that.
He was trying to get $24 million.
He wanted like 4 years, 80 or 87 or something.
They had like a 4-year 64 or whatever on the table, and he was like, nah. Yeah. I want the full max. And I'm just like, this nigga's crazy.
You had 3.
Have you seen you? Yeah. Like, have you reviewed your game tapes?
The funniest shit forever in a day, when Kobe's jersey ceremony. Yeah. Remember the game? You remember the game? The Lakers it was tied up and the ball went to Pope and he airballed the 3. Yeah. And then you see Kobe waving like waving out
before the game even ended.
No, it's like the ball went up and Kobe was waving to people like, all right, I'm out of here.
I had enough of this.
Y'all got this shit. But I told my homie that when I was on my way here, I'm like, yo, real talk, just because it's LA and only LA could pull the shit off. Like, maybe New York, if New York was still New York. Yeah. But Kobe coming back for one night. It's going to be like a one night only. I'm telling you. Kobe going to come out and get up 10, 12 shots. I'm telling you. Kobe going to figure out a way to get his hooks back. Because Kobe can't just chill and let LeBron be there.
Absolutely
and like if LeBron have a year like he had this year and the Lakers make noise and
go to the Western Conference.
Kobe might fuck around, come back and be on the Warriors. Like real shit. I got him. Like real talk.
Like, all right, it's like, so according to this NBA schedule here, it says you guys got a 2-4 against the against the Lakers.
Like, and it's fucked up that it's like, this is because I'm seeing Jones now, like, they're already ranking the best Lakers, and like, oh, this instantly pushes Kobe out of the top 5, and I'm like, first off, y'all smoking dick.
Yeah,
Kobe is the best Laker.
The best Laker said Kobe's the best Laker.
Kobe's the best Laker.
Yeah.
Followed by Magic, followed by Shaq, followed by Kareem and Wilt. Suck dick if you argue with me, whatever. My new chef, did you see the little Duvall video? I ain't going back and forth with you niggas.
I'm living my best life.
That is my fucking mood. I'm not arguing or going back and forth with none of you niggas. Deal with it.
My thing is, in 99% of these exchanges, not only do I know why I'm right, I know why you're wrong, and I also know that you don't know why you're wrong. I have nothing to say to you.
I saw somebody earlier say something, and you was like, "There are no fucking analytics, no metrics,
there's no facts.
Stats,
there's no nothing that backs up what you're. This is like Kobe signing a bloated deal with the Lakers. Well, yeah, but Kobe didn't just go to the finals and just wasn't arguably
what
the MVP.
Kobe did was, and let's keep it a bean. I'm a Kobe fan. What Kobe did was fuck the Lakers off the last 3 or 4 years he was there, because Kobe demanded the max money. He kept signing 1 and 2 year deals. Yeah. He demanded the biggest fucking contract he could possibly have, to where they couldn't sign nobody else. And then when Kobe got on the floor, he was 7 for 27. So it's like, and then he was going back and forth with the injuries, the shoulder, the knee, the Achilles and shit. The difference between that and LeBron is the fact that LeBron last year had arguably the best year of his career.
Yeah, in his 15th year.
Like, honestly, LeBron's year last year is one of the best basketball seasons
ever.
Yeah, it's one of the best years ever for do you understand what I'm saying? The only thing he didn't do was take down the ring and finals MVP. But it's like, his points, his field goal percentage, of course he said he wanted to get his free throws up 80. He didn't do that.
Yeah.
But every other stat was just out of this fucking world. He had better averages than his best year in Miami. That's just nuts.
Yeah, it's like average like nearly 60 field goal percent.
Yeah, it was like 58. It's crazy.
Like, that's not supposed to happen.
Nah, and if you watch his regular season, his playoff season was even better than that.
He's a decidedly better 3-point shooter than he's ever been.
He literally averaged 40 points a game in the playoffs and had like, what? How many buzzer beaters did he have?
Like 4 or 5 or
4 or 5, yeah. It was
all against Toronto.
It's just fucking crazy. Like, he was just on some shit last year. So it's like, yeah. And that's what I'm like, damn, the Lakers really picked up on the best player in the world. Yeah. And I'm like, it's kind of dope to see that shit still happens, because Wilt was great when he was a Sixer, and he was a, what other team was Wilt on?
What was that other fucking team? It was a six. He was a. It was he was a Philadelphia Warrior.
The Warriors. He was great on the Warriors, great on the Sixers, but he had to go to the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? You that good, you got to go there. It's like the Yankees farm system in baseball. Then you got Kareem, who's the greatest player ever on Milwaukee, multiple championships, MVP. I think he had like 5 MVPs before he even came to the Lakers. Like, he's the fucking greatest. Got to go to the Lakers. And him coming there, Showtime with Magic, and Kareem was 84 years old, but it's Showtime.
Kareem was coming down the court. They was going back up the court.
He was going deep. Reem calling for it down low. They like, no, when y'all get the steal, I'm over, dump it down to the big man. You got to come. Shaq hit fucking basketball like a fucking atomic bomb. Yeah, you the shit with Orlando. Gotta go to the Lakers, dog.
Yeah.
And him and Kobe become him and Kobe. So it's like, it's just dope to see Bron now following that shit. Like, you the illest out here. Right. You gotta go to the Lakers.
Gotta come over here and fuck with this, though.
Yeah.
So, not shifting gears, but talking about another team that had made some moves basically to retain their own guys. What do you think about OKC, number 1, Melo opting in, and then number 2, Paul George giving up $82 million and leaving Indiana to force a trade out to go to LA, but then staying in OKC?
What I think happened to Paul George is like when we fall in love with hoes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that logic. Like, I know I shouldn't be with this bitch.
I know I shouldn't be fucking with this bitch. But she just made me cornbread and she sucked my balls last night, so here I am.
She always put a pot pie in the oven. It's like, you gotta fuck with her a little bit.
Bitch had my Teller's poured up the way I like it.
Remember on American Pimp? He's like, she done already rolled my joint the way I like, got my drink to
Got
the
me a
side.
bath running.
Because she know when I'm coming over, I'm coming to bust that thing out. You know what I mean? But that's really what happened with Paul George. He got there, and I think he just fucked with Westbrook. Like, he just fucked with him and was like, yo, fuck it. Y'all embrace me, I'm going to embrace y'all.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm not gonna go to LA and fuck all the bad bitches and
He made a whole. He forced
go to Lotus every night.
He
like,
forced his way out of Indiana to go to LA and didn't go to LA.
me.
Shit be going left sometimes.
Milton. like shit go left. What can you say?
You were the second best player in the East. It was LeBron and then you. You were the second best player.
Wade was the second best player.
Well, not now.
Oh no, yeah. I'm talking about when they was going, like Indiana was going there with Miami.
You were in the top 3 best players. You were you were a perennial All-Star. You qualified for the Supermax, and you fucked it off to go to OKC and hang with Russ and do whatever the fuck it is that you do in Oklahoma City.
Now that you think about it, like, he definitely did qualify for a Supermax.
He been qualified for this shit. He was a perennial All-Star.
The Supermaxes is backfiring like shit. Like, for what the Supermax was created to do.
It's just
Kawhi's the only one that's said no to it.
But I'm saying the fact that it's like you got players now like LeBron, KD, where, like, honestly, LeBron signing a 4-year deal is shocking to me. That's shocking.
I was surprised.
I thought he was going to do like a 1-and-1.
Because KD
two,
do
maybe.
2 at a time. LeBron was doing 2 at a time. Kobe was doing it like
LeBron committed to the Lakers.
Like niggas who shouldn't get paid is like Mike Conley. Like, how much? Hell yeah! Like, and they running for the shit. But it's like, honestly, has anyone taken a Supermax shot? Russ took it, and Steph took it.
Russ and Steph took it.
That's it.
But Steph's a perennial MVP with 3 championships.
Yeah.
So, where is he going? But it's like Russ.
And he's the face of Golden State.
He's the
he has
face
to
of
be
the
there.
franchise. He's literally been there from day 0 when they started fucking their upward swing. So it's like, it's dumb if he doesn't take the deal. But for Russ, it's like, there's like greener pastures. Like y'all about to pay $100 million in luxury tax to be a first round exit. Y'all not better than Utah.
Yeah.
Y'all not better than Utah. You're not better than Minnesota. You're not better than the Lakers now. Y'all not better than Golden State. You're not better than Houston.
Yeah.
Depending on what Phoenix do, y'all fuck around and don't be better than Phoenix if they pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Well,
and if Ayton is the rookie of the year and Trevor Ariza is still a stout wing defender that can get you 15 a game, and then that takes the pressure off of Booker and he becomes a 30-point guy, they fuck around and don't be better than Phoenix.
Minnesota,
like, they fuck around and be an 8 seed.
The West is loaded. Braun over there now.
Like, Devin Booker is another player away from being a 30-point guy.
Yeah, Devin Booker's the shit. The thing with the Thunder is if Melo wasn't there, I don't want to wish death on nobody and nothing crazy, but it's like, if Melo's
getting 27.9,
like 28, that's not good.
That's wild.
That's wild. Like
Melo's like a $8 million a year guy.
I said the other day, I'm like, $7 million broke up James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Westbrook.
They about to pay $100 million in luxury tax to keep Paul George, Russell Westbrook, and Melo together.
I'm like, this is what y'all get. You know what I'm saying? For what happened to Black Wall Street in Oklahoma. This is what y'all get.
I personally never felt sorry for him because the fact that they just were unwilling to spend money. And now it's like revisionist history where now y'all trying to like make up for the past, but this is not the same product that you had. You had 3 young superstars on the same team, and then you had Ibaka come in right on the heels of that.
Ibaka.
And you chose Ibaka over Harden, essentially. Shipped Harden the fuck out because you didn't realize that the game was changing and that it was going to be a guard dominant league. And
them shipping Harden was the start of it because that was Kevin Durant, man.
Yeah, he like
once Harden was going,
deuces later. He saw the writing on the wall, like, yo, y'all not committed to winning. They let $4 million over the life of his contract. Oh, no, you got to go, nigga. You want $4 more million? Oh, no.
Sam Presti thought he could draft his way out of it because he just hit 4 in a row. He thought he was good.
Yeah,
they took Jeremy Lamb for James Harden.
And, what was his name?
And Kevin Martin.
Yeah.
Who's not even in the league no more.
Kevin Martin.
For a league MVP, a perennial all-star.
Kevin Martin is doing like stand-ins for my man on BET, shit like that. Yeah.
Like, are you serious? Like, he doing stunt doubles for Terrence J in like Tyler Perry movies and shit. Like,
yeah, who everybody else signed with who they were supposed to sign with, like their teams or whatever.
Yeah.
I saw last night. Fats was like, "Yeah, free agency is lit." I'm like, "No, it's not." Everybody's signing with who the fuck they play with. Chris Paul re-signed.
Melo opted in. Chris Paul 4 years, 160. They gonna regret that deal at the
Chris
end.
Paul's gonna make like $40 million when he's 38.
Yeah.
Oof.
DeAndre Jordan to the Mavericks, 1 year deal.
You know, after all that bullshit, y'all barricaded the man in his house, and he's still wound up with the Mavericks.
Yep.
And Lob City is just completely gone.
Yeah, but here's that
wild as
this
shit?
goes to show you that your first instinct is the right instinct. He tried to go to Dallas. He gave him a verbal commitment. They kidnapped the nigga, barricaded him in the house, and made him sign a deal only for all of them same players to leave. Yeah. Austin Rivers is in Washington. Chris Paul bolted for fucking Houston because he saw the writing on the wall. This is a shit franchise, and we're not going nowhere. And I got to get the fuck out of town.
Steve Bowman's sick.
like you bought, like you got sold a bill of goods, my man. Like you bought some bullshit. You have no star power left on your team. Lou Williams is the best player on the team, and Lou my man, but Lou is the best player on your team.
It's like buying slaves at the auction and then they all like sick and shit. Fucked up. Damn.
Like you got sold a bill of goods. You got fucked around. Like. You got to start from scratch. Only the highlighted of the shit is that Jerry West is a special consultant. So they're going to try to revamp the team image and all that and try to get some new players. But they 4 years away from getting back in the playoffs.
Yeah, easily. So
you lost. You got what's my man name from Washington that they just got the center?
Gortat.
Gortat.
Yeah.
They got an old Gortat at center.
Yeah.
And one-legged Danilo Gallinari.
Danilo's still hanging around? Yeah, shit. Damn. Danilo Gallinari.
Avery Bradley.
They did Avery so dirty, man. Avery was like, they did that whole little Boston team dirty, man. That's fucked up. Damn. But yeah, Bron is a Lakers. Sixers fans is sick. I can't wait. We got me, Chad, and Rod. Shout out Rod was talking. We got to get games in LA.
Marv hit me too. He said let's go 1/7 on a condo in LA.
Yo, like I literally I know it's a good 3-4 games I got to go to out there. And then, like I said, my dad has already got me to
he already got his bid in.
He already got me to verbally commit to go into the game here in Philly. But
people hit me like, yo, I can't believe LeBron went to the Lakers. I can't believe I'm a Lakers fan now.
Shit is crazy. I seen Love tweet. Love put on Instagram purple and yellow hearts. Yeah, I'm like, y'all fucking wild.
My new team. Who this?
Motherfuckers never fucked with the Lakers. It's like that's the way it goes. It's like where LeBron move. It's where the league go.
So put your futures bets in now. Celtics going to the finals. Go ahead and get that money in there. Even if it's even money, it's free money. Go get that money.
Yeah, I don't see nobody.
It's no way in hell the Celtics don't go to the finals.
I mean, the Raptors, it depends.
No.
They soft. And they literally said that nobody's untouchable on the Raptors. They about to blow that shit up. They got a guy I never heard of coaching the Raptors. They got a dude that used to like work at Enterprise Rent-A-Car coaching the Raptors next season.
Yeah. Kobe tweeted out, "Welcome LeBron."
AKA see you in camp.
He tweeted as he typed it. Bitch ass nigga. They got to revive the puppets. They got to do that.
Yo, that was the best campaign.
Yeah, they got to revive that. That'd be dope.
The Kobe 6s and the 7s and the Converse weapons is coming out the closet.
I can't wait to see the Laker what you call it, like the PEs for bronze. Can't wait to see them, like the 8s and the 9s. That's gonna be sick. But all right, we gotta switch gears. We got a lot of.
As much as we want to talk about this all
much
night.
as we Laker fans, as much as we want to play I Love LA and talk about this shit all night. We had a lot of shit pop off this week, man. As usual, y'all was losing y'all fucking minds. We had rappers going crazy on Instagram.
Yeah, people pulling up on people.
People pulling up. We had motherfucking new music tearing shit apart. Let's start with the Dame and Lee Daniels shit.
Man.
Did we even introduce ourselves?
No, fuck that.
Fuck that.
We 69,000 episodes in. We don't need to introduce shit. So basically, Dame went on Power 105, 106. I don't know, whatever the power is in New York. I mean, in LA. I'm sorry. He went on Power. He did an interview with Felly Fell, and he was basically saying that his girl Rocky got invited to Diana Ross concert. They had 2 tickets at will call. He was running around. He was running late, but in the midst
he said he wasn't going to go.
Wasn't going to go, but he said in the midst of running late, he got a call. His tickets at will call, and by the way, Lee Daniels is here. He said, "I'm on my way, and I'm bringing a camera." He said, "So I see him." Right up on him. Damn, Lee, what's up? He said, and then you start to see the exchange, and he says basically like, is this a situation where this is money that's over 10 years old? It's long overdue. I gave him money for The Woodsman. He did Precious, and then he got Ghost on me. He started running all the festival circuit and all that shit with the movie, and he got Ghost on me. He said, and I just literally have never seen him other than like court. He said, and we had a deal the last go round. We went to court. He said, but he didn't honor it because Dame was supposed to get like EP credits on like Star and Empire and like some movie or whatever to satisfy the debt and the damages. And Lee just basically said, fuck you, bitch. Catch me when you can. And Dame ran down on him, and now they got to go back to court. So now he has I think a $25 million lawsuit, for damages because $2 million compounded over 10, 11 years is a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, the video is hilarious because it's Dame being Dame, but it's not. Like, that ain't Rockefeller Dame.
Oh, no. Rockefeller Dame would have snuffed
that'd have ended
and shot his pocket.
Yeah, that'll ended way worse. Bleak would have came out of nowhere with a do-rag on. It would have just been an ugly scene. But it's funny watching two things. The disposition that Lee Daniels had with that fucking
shawl,
with that throw over on, and he's
Damon. I'm gonna pay you,
Damon. Let me give you my number.
Let me give you my number. Why, so you can change it,
Damon.
if so you can tell your assistant if Damon Dash calls, I'm unavailable forever.
It was just like he was so condescending in that
if
moment.
Damon calls, I'm indisposed.
It was just so arrogant the way he was looking. Like, this is beneath both of us, Damon.
Like, you really talking to me about
and
some?
I didn't realize Lee Daniels. I guess I just never paid attention that Lee Daniels was like that, like
flamboyant.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah. So the next day he was on the Rock rants. Did you see that shit?
Lee Daniels?
Yeah, he was explaining the whole situation, and he's got his leg crossed and he's sitting like, you gotta see it, and This is the thing, Damon. That's how he talk and act. He's like, Dame gave him $2 million for The Woodsman and for Shadow Boxer, and he was like, he basically was like, it wasn't a loan. He basically invested it, but the Shadow Boxer didn't make any money. The Shadow Boxer was a loss. So Rock was like, so you're basically like, you don't owe him that, but he was like, since Dame invested in me when Paramount, Century 21, Century Fox, all these different things, wouldn't invest in him. Damon was he's like, this brother took time and took $2 million to give to me to put into my dreams, so I'm gonna pay him because it's the right thing to do. But it's
been 11 years.
But I don't like basically like I don't owe him
because the project he invested in failed. So I don't owe him.
But because he invested money into me and I became who I became, I'm gonna give him his money. And I'm just like, how long Lee Daniels been snuffed yet? Like,
because it's a hate crime.
Yeah, like, you gotta see it, dog. I'm just like, listen to this motherfucker. He was just going on about that shit, and he was basically on the tip like, it wasn't a loan, it was an investment. Yeah. And investments sometimes don't have return.
So why then did Damon say that you promised to give his money back in months?
No, because he said, he was like, when he invested the money into Shadow Boxer and The Woodsman, I looked him in the eye and said, you're going to get your money back. But then the shit didn't make no money. So it's like, damn.
Then you owe him. And then you went to court, and not only did you give him a verbal confirmation that you're going to pay him? A judge has determined that more likely than not, you owe the man the money. So what you saying now is inconsequential, and you trying to muddy the waters to make it seem like, oh, he made an investment in Lee Daniels Enterprises. These particular projects didn't work out, and now Dame can, eat dick, but really I'm gonna pay him just, so I don't have this bad publicity.
Yeah.
Like, you wipe your ass with $2 million. Like, in all reality, like, I'm sure that the Empire budget is like through the fucking roof. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then with all of the advertisement and all of that shit run from, from Empire and Star and all that shit, you could easily pay the man.
Yeah, real talk. It's like,
it's not a priority. Like,
yeah. So the weirdest shit of it, of course, social media, Instagram, Twitter, you niggas.
People trying to get their shit off.
I seen somebody say straight tweet, damn, Dame must really be fucked up if he running up on people for $2 million. And I'm like,
these are the same people that say shit like this probably would commit suicide if somebody owed them $2,000 for too long. Like, you ain't gonna give me my money, I'm gonna kill myself. Like y'all don't be having no respect for a dollar, and you want to sit here and tell somebody that $2 million is not worth, at the very least, an aggressive conversation. Damon handled that shit better than 99% of the average human, where somebody owes them $2 million.
In my opinion, he handled it wonderfully because it's Dame Dash, and I know how he's handled situations. So it's like,
the old Dame would be like, yo, let's rumble. Yeah. Like, you want to fight?
From the jump.
Do you want to fight?
I got the gloves with me.
The gloves is in the car. Do you want to? Wayno was talking about that shit on Everyday Struggle. He said, I know Damon. I've been around Damon. Damon's first thing to everything is, do you want to fight? He said, and because he boxed and he fucked niggas up, nobody never wanted to fight. He said, but that would be the whole thing. An argument go too far. All right, cool. You upset? Do you want to fight? And nobody would never fight him because he would fuck them up. Yeah. So it's like, being as though he didn't fuck Lee Daniels up, we should be applauding him and saying,
did you ever see the joint when he court Andre Berto?
Oh, man.
Tag this
He
shit.
said, I'm done. All right, I'm done. Have a nice night.
Tag this shit on Andre Berto. He's like, I'm cool. I'm done. I got winning on fucking 3-time world champ. I'm straight. But yeah, he said he boxed since he was like a young boy. They used to have an underground fight club and shit.
Yeah.
Jay in there.
Did you ever hear his Combat Jack interview?
Yeah. No. Not the Combat Jack.
Listen to his
I was talking about Van Lathan.
No, he did one with Combat Jack years ago, and he called his boxing trainer.
He did that on the Van Lathan joint. Yeah.
And they was asking about how Jay was. He was like, Jay was terrible. It's like, he was bad. He said he got wore out by some guy. He said
they said Dame, R. Kelly, somebody else they said used to be in there. Q-Tip used to be in there murdering. And he was like, yeah, you wouldn't even think Q-Tip could rumble, but they get in that fucking ring.
Niggas up.
Tear niggas' heads off.
I need footage of that.
Yo, remember Fat Joe was like, when Kels told him, like, yeah, I be fighting in this underground fight club. Like, get out of here.
He showed me the video.
He knocking niggas' heads.
He said it was like a Mexican announcer. Coming to the ring. He believes he can fly.
Could you imagine an underground fight club with like all the legends from like hip hop over the last 20 years?
Just mixing it.
Def Jam Vendetta.
Yeah, Def Jam Vendetta, exactly. Everybody in there just mixing, rumbling and shit. But yeah, I thought Dame handled it great. Lee definitely gotta give him the paper. It's just no way around it. Y'all with y'all dumbass synopsis on shit, sometimes it just be like so uncalled for. Like, I saw another chick was like, damn, Dame was running with Jay worth $1 billion, he out here in the street getting ready to rumble for $2 million. And I'm like, no. I'm like, no, that's not how it works.
And what people fail to realize is that y'all so enamored and so obsessed with counting other people's money. Damon has a wonderful fucking life.
Wonderful.
Like, Damon still flies private. Damon still is jumping out of Phantoms and Rolls Royces. Damon has a house in Malibu. He has a compound in California now for like a movie studio and production studio and all of that shit. He has his own fucking like radio network, like not channel, network. He has his own radio network. He's working on Byron Allen about some television networks, and he has now right-sized his film production aspect to where it's like he's shrunken his cost of film production to where he can basically guarantee a turnaround on all his film projects. And Honor Up was a decent film. So don't get it confused because Dame not on Forbes no more to make you think that he just out here doing nothing. But the whole thing is he's he's not netting any money out of what he makes. He reinvests all his money back into his businesses in order to keep solvent and to keep operating. And he may take a little bit of bread here and there for living expenses and like shit like that, but he just don't show no flash. But his lifestyle is still the shit. And he's doing better than 90% of people.
We're gonna get into that further on in the show with the whole Drake shit. Like to where motherfuckers, social media has ruined people. Like their perception of
their
reality.
ability to critical think is thus over.
It's just, what is critical thinking? What is that?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like that's it's like growing up, we were taught that was like a vital key to be successful, to just get out of certain situations.
Every standardized test you ever had what on it?
Critical thinking.
And reading comprehension.
There's no way around
it's
it.
like, you're going to read this shit and then you're going to
break down.
You're going to break down what the fuck you read to tell me if you retarded or not. Can you comprehend what you just read? It wasn't that long. It was like 4 paragraphs. Do you remember what the fuck just happened in here?
I used to nail them critical thinking, John. I used to love that shit. Like, we were a weird bunch because we liked learning. These motherfuckers now don't want to learn. Learning, what? I'm cool on that.
Too much Waka Flocka lyrics.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Fuck school.
Like, real talk. But I hope Dame get his whole shit. Lee Daniels definitely gotta stop being a scumbag. Lee Daniels on some straight Birdman shit.
He's just like, fuck it. Like, what money?
When a nigga run down on you at the Diana Ross concert, he doesn't care anymore. Like,
as she's performing "Someone to Hold" or what was the song? Reach out and touch somebody's hand.
Somebody, yeah.
You get inflamed to reach out and touch somebody's hand.
Like, that's bad for business.
You never could have imagined that when you was at home putting your perfume on and putting your and ironing your shawl, that you was going to get ran down on by Damon Dash tonight at the Hollywood Bowl.
Not with my ankles out.
I have capris on.
I ain't think I was going to go through this tonight. I'd have put some pants on. Hey, man. What do you do in that situation? Like, you know, you done gone to court, figured that would work.
It didn't work. I mean, at some point you got to pay the bread, even if or you know, file bankruptcy like 50 did. But you still gonna pay the bread.
I saw 50 posted a picture of a yacht the other day, like he was gonna take his pop out for his birthday, and then somebody was like, "Oh, it must be the Bow Wow challenge," and he was like, "Dickhead, this is the yacht I'm gonna rent." And I'm like, it's crazy because there's still people that think 50 not caking. It's like
50 paid off a $25 million judgments in a year and a half.
Like,
if that don't tell you about his ability to earn.
50 got 200 with Street Kings, the SK joint, the movie joint.
Yeah.
Like, and he's got literally one of the top 5 or 6 shows on fucking cable television.
Fucking his company Cheetah Vision, they had a 10-picture, $200 million deal.
$100 million deal.
Yeah.
Like,
if anything, I'll just shoot a $5 million movie and pocket the other 15.
Let's do that real quick. Did you watch the first episode of Power?
It's horrible.
You didn't. You know what's crazy is I ain't gonna hold you. I was into it. It's still unbelievable as shit.
My thing is this, right? And by the time the show comes out, people would have already seen the episode. It would have aired.
Yeah,
so fuck it. We're going straight spoiler alert. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't watch the show yet, pause the podcast, come back tomorrow. All right. Why the fuck is Tommy sending hitmen to kidnap somebody?
Yeah.
That's like sending a plumber to check your son's heart rate. You send a hitman to hit shit, not to kidnap a guy.
You know what's the funniest part? Because we hate the writing of Power. You know what's the funniest part? Do you watch it to the end?
Of course.
When the chick comes on.
That's the most frustrating part of the fucking experience.
What's her name?
Courtney
Kemp.
I hate her, man.
What was the funniest part of what she said? I was dying on the couch.
Well, she said when we fought long and hard about killing Dre.
He gets it. She was like, we fought back and forth about killing Dre, and we were gonna kill Dre, and then we thought, and I said, what's the most ridiculous shit that could happen? Dre becomes the new ghost.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He becomes a baby ghost, and we just can't let him go.
She said we fought long and hard about killing Dre, and it was like, what can we do? And I'm like, to be the most ridiculous shit ever. And it's like, that's really where power be.
Which season is this?
5.
It just started yesterday.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Like,
I was going to say, if it was like season 2 or something. Yeah.
Season 1 and 2 were so good and
They were
so
awesome.
so tight and so well constructed. And then the last 3 seasons and 1 episode, 2 seasons and 1 episode of this show have just gone off a fucking cliff.
Like, the nigga Tariq was giving the eulogy at his little sister who got killed because of him at her funeral. That nigga, why did Tommy even lean up to tell Ghost, yeah, they got Dre, they got eyes on him? For what? So now Reek hears that and walks up on stage, fakes crying, and runs off stage to text Dre. It's like, man, and then comes back and carries the casket. It's like, man, this shit is unbelievable. Like,
it's a series. Every week is a series of unbelievable events. Ghost shoots people, hangs out with the police, fucks the police, tells on people, like, and cuts dick on suppliers. They kill connects, all types of shit.
The nigga just brought his chick and his kid back home and left out, got in a whole shootout with Dre in a warehouse, got hit and came in, took a shower and came out the shower and she like, what is that? Nothing. It's like, what?
It's the most ridiculous show ever.
Yo, yeah, it's like,
and I'm locked in every week
to the point where Tasha's hanging out with the police now, getting shit deleted. It's just like it's so unbelievable. Like
the atrocities that they commit on a weekly basis. As
Angela done broke the law every episode for the last 2 years.
Angela is the U.S. attorney, got a promotion. She like the head of crim now or some shit.
Remember you ever seen Euro
investigated again?
Yeah. You ever seen Euro? Remember when he was like, all right, if that's how it has to be, he was like, they fired you, huh? No, they fired Cooper. I got a raise. Remember he was lying about him bringing the files down? It's like Angela every week does stupid shit and somehow got on the stand and told the whole truth about all the corruption. Ghost got freed and then she got a promotion. What the fuck are we watching?
When we've already established she's been fucking this guy for the last 4 years.
Like the whole federales knows this shit. Power, it's entertaining because we like Omari Hardwick, we like Notori Naughton, we like 50 Cent, we fuck with Joseph, what's his last name? Sakura. Like, we like these people.
Yes.
We fuck with Rodamy, you know, like, we like them. But the show writing, it just, like, I'm watching it yesterday and I'm like, I like this because I want to see what happened. But it's like, this shit is awful. Like, when you really
it's so bad. It's good.
Yeah, it's so bad it's good. And I saw people, I had to mute people last night. Oh my God, I can't breathe. This shit is crazy. I'm just like, no, it isn't.
Our threshold is so low.
Y'all threshold is, remember, Skip It? Like, that's your,
Bop It.
That's your
Jump
threshold.
It.
Like, y'all are awful. I'm sitting and watching reactions last night because I had to get in bed because I had to work early today. And I'm looking at reactions like, I know this shit ain't that good, man. And I watched it today and I'm just like, yeah, I was right. Like, it's entertaining, but it is not good. I don't know if that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Makes sense to me.
Like, Soulja Boy is entertaining. He's not good.
Exactly.
Xan with That Lean is one of the worst, best songs in the history of hip hop.
Yeah.
But I love it.
You know what's my Jaquan Hood Hop? It stinks.
It's a horrible song, but it's great.
I'll make every motherfucker do the wop. Heard he run his mouth to the album drop. You gotta fuck with it. It's one of them things, and that's kind of where power is for me. It's like, I fucks with 50 so much. It's like, 50 was funny as shit in his first episode. But then as it went, like, even Tasha, like, why the fuck are you with Kanan? And it's like, yeah, why the fuck?
Kanan said, he said, you burnt me, motherfucker, not the other way around.
You on fire, motherfucker. Like, yo, and it's just...
It's a terrible show, man.
Like, Raina, how old was Raina? 10, 11, some
10,
shit
11,
like that? Yeah. Like, your 10-year-old daughter got murdered. Go straight told her, we killed Dre, everything will be fine. And she like, no, we won't be fine.
Did you see that meme the other day? It was like Ghost when
Raina died.
Ghost when Angela left him.
I feel that though. Like,
gonna take this good Spanish
Did
pussy
you
away
see my
from me.
joint on Baller Alert went like extra famous, like low, like I had like 9,000 likes on it and shit. Yeah, the Baller Alert posted a video of Tristan Thompson. And he blocked like all the Kardashians, and they was. Did you see that video?
I seen that video. I didn't listen to it yet. I saw it,
but they was all hanging out like at a mansion in L.A. and he's sitting next to Kim, and then Chloe's behind him.
The twins was there.
The twins was there, like and I commented on the joint. I'm like, this nigga, man, like he really sold all little bit of decency he got to hang out with these Hollywood hoes. I feel this nigga. I feel him on that shit though. But yeah, man, the power. I'm gonna watch next week.
I'm gonna watch every week.
You know, but
my thing is, when is it gonna be over? Because majority of these shows,
I saw people like, oh my god, they
5 or 6 seasons.
They need to kill Dre now, and I'm like, well, here's the thing: if Dre dies,
then what?
Then we don't have a villain. Kanan's in the fucking kitchen. It's like
Kanan's making chicken pot pies.
They're all cool now, so it's like if Dre dies, you don't have a and now that Dre has the Jimenez and he's throwing cards at everybody like Gambit. It's like now you actually have a villain backed by a cartel. So
yeah, man. Dre told Ghost, you ain't gonna keep following me around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't with that shit.
We couldn't keep running up on me, nigga.
The kidnappers got him, and somehow in the midst of the kidnapping, Dre got to the burner that was behind him.
Yes.
And popped everybody.
This is why you send hitmen to hit shit. They should have just clapped him. You know what I'm saying? Or at the very
and that right there is why the show is unbelievable.
Yeah.
You got the what's Tommy Pop name? What's Tommy's dad's name? Italian guy. When Tommy goes to the bar to meet up with his friend, he like, yeah, we was the biggest fucking hitters back in the day. Yeah. Those the new niggas, like, don't fuck with them. And Tommy like, look, I give y'all $60K for a hit. Boy, like, make it 80. He like, boom, I give you 80.
You don't even gotta hit him.
You don't even gotta hit him. What the fuck ain't call us? Fuck. We would have went and did that shit.
You want a guy kidnapped? You can find kidnappers anywhere.
Like, you sent hitmen to not hit men.
Only on power.
Only on power do the hitmen get sent to not hit.
The hitmen got hit.
You imagine that? Like, because when you in the game,
how do you explain that?
You know who the hitmen are. So you at your spot, whatever, door kick in, and you see the boy face, and it's like, I know what this is about. And he like, come with me. Like, what?
Like, no.
What?
I'm staying right here.
Like, I'm not here to kill you. Take this ride with me. Like, what?
No.
But that's power. The hitmen get sent to not hit.
Kill me like you supposed to. I know why you here. No. I got an alternate mission tonight.
No. This is power. This ain't The Wire. Get your ass in the car. Stupid ass fucking right, man.
And she be, you know what pisses me off?
She be like intense.
She be so excited about it. Courtney Kemp be so excited about her bullshit episode.
Yo, it be crazy, yo, dealing with power, yo. That shit is a headache.
We fought long and hard about whether to kill Dre or not. But then we realized we have no substance other than Dre. We have to keep him alive. 11 more episodes.
Yo. And Dre gonna make it through the season.
Dre gonna make it the next night. This shit gonna be like Friends.
Ghost
this shit's gonna run forever.
Ghost might die before Dre. Like,
it's astonishing that Ghost made it 5 seasons. The atrocities that this man has committed over the
and the fact that he has like the media at his daughter's wedding, like it's unbelievable, yo.
Tommy killed the plug from the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
You don't do shit like that and live to tell about it.
No. They killed the Serb. They killed the Jamaican. Like
what?
They took out Milan. Y'all, you don't kill multiple connects and it just be like, I'm going to work, boo, and go to the club. Like, that don't happen.
1,000 people will be looking for you.
Yeah.
That's not how this works, man.
Yeah. They killed multiple plugs.
If you burn a nigga from Southwest, you might get killed by the end of the week. Killed Milan. Milan's people turned on him.
They killed Lobos.
They killed a Mexican cartel chief. You can't kill a Mexican cartel chief and live to tell it.
They killed federal agents. Ghost killed the fucking CO.
in cold blood.
Shit is unbelievable, yo. It's just that's what I mean because people be like, "How do you hate Power? It's so dope," and I be like, "I'm not saying it's not entertaining or thrilling. I'm just saying
unrealistic.
It just doesn't make any sense when your mind works a certain way. You like, wait, nah, like it's got to make some sense. You understand? Like some sense has to, like Uncle Phil. Remember, he was a judge. Uncle Phil couldn't have acted like Cole on Martin. That wouldn't have made sense because he's a judge.
How do you get to become a judge?
He has to have a refined aura.
Yeah.
No. But on Power, it's no holds barred.
Anything's possible.
The funniest part was Turtle. I always call him Turtle.
He's Turtle forever.
You know, from Entourage. But when he was like, I'm not a lawyer anymore, so there's no client privilege.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
So I don't hear this. I don't want to know what you guys are doing. I don't want to know what you got going on. I don't even know who this motherfucker is. He's talking about Kanan. And I'm thinking like, damn, it's crazy how fast things change. Remember on Entourage when he pulled up on him? Like Curtis, he was like, you got your daddy's car? At least you look good. Get off for him. I'm like, it's funny how fast motherfucker, now he don't know who 50 is and shit. But y'all are gonna watch it. Y'all are gonna be blown away. Your nigga minds are gonna explode when you see this shit.
We'll be back here again next week talking about it.
It's like,
don't worry.
Really, and that's how I know like my nigga mind just isn't as easily blown as some. Because I literally watched it and it went off, and I just was like,
I was pissed.
And I didn't have like I seen people on Twitter. I muted like 15 people. Like I don't even want to hear you right now. They were going like you would have thought they like when Neil Armstrong landed on the moon. Like that's how blown away they were at this fucking first episode of season 5. So we got 9 or 10 more episodes of foolishness. You know, Tyreek's a killer.
Yo, my thing is right.
Ghost and Tyreek, their battle.
You just got your sister killed.
Right.
Your mother is still taking up for you and protecting you from your father.
Who's a real killer?
How? Like if growing up in my household I grew up, if I get my little sister killed, it's no holds barred at that point.
Like if I get my little sister killed for me out doing robberies and jokes with Kanan, it ain't my dad fake killed.
It ain't no more privacy. It ain't no more thoughts to yourself. Like it's over for that, my man.
Yeah.
You gonna tell me everything or I'm gonna fuck you. I'm gonna throw you off the balcony.
Yeah.
And say that you jumped because you was grieving about your sister.
Dre shot your dad.
And you taking up for Dre.
And you dipped out on the funeral to text Dre.
You've gone against your father for 2 different people now. For Kanan and now for Dre.
Yeah.
And you haven't gotten you haven't had to pay no type of penalty for it yet.
No, nothing.
Nothing. Power.
Power. Like that's really what
that's power in a fucking nutshell.
That is power, dog.
You get your sister smoked. You don't. No, it's all good. He's just a teenage boy going through some things. It's teenage angst.
Tasha left Ghost, started fucking with the lawyer, got back with Ghost for the look. Hates Angela because she was fucking Ghost.
Best friends with Angela now.
Best friends with Angie now to the point where y'all breaking the law together. And you meeting the lawyer in the bottom of the Resident Evil staircase. I can't take this shit, man. Like, it's just crazy.
Seems like you invested too much time in this show.
That's
like
exactly where the shit is. It's like we so invested in the characters and this, that, and the third. And it's like, I would dead ass be cool with next season, like, Bane taking over New York and killing all of them, and I'd be like, bet, all right, cool, power done. Like at least we got an ending, you know what I mean?
A resolution to this shit.
Yeah. But that was one big fucking moment this week. The Power, we had a lot of big moments, man, between the LeBron shit, the Power shit, Damon Lee. One of the biggest moments of the fucking week.
Scorpion.
Drake has released is this his 7th studio album?
I don't even know.
Thank Me Later, Take Care, Nothing Was the Same. If you're reading this, it's too late. Views, More Life. Yeah, 8th studio album. Not counting none of the mixtapes or the shit with Future or none of that shit.
Technically, it's 5th. It says.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean on the wiki, yeah.
So what would the other ones be then?
So I guess if you're reading this too late,
because More Life was a playlist. If you're reading this wasn't a studio album, wasn't released as a studio album.
yeah,
To just go by projects at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. I ain't good, whatever.
we're on like year 10 of Drake, so whatever the case may be.
Yeah. Where do you want to start? We got a lot of moving components to this.
Well, one thing that jumped out at me is that two things. One, the Drake hate is at an all-time high.
I said to myself, I said, yo, LeBron, Nicki Minaj, Floyd Mayweather, Tiger Woods, Kobe in his hay, all of y'all got to step to the side. Drake is now the exalting ruler of hate for no reason.
The Drake hate train is so long.
It's ridiculous.
And has so many riders on it.
It's bad.
Like, his album came out at midnight on Friday, Thursday into Friday. By 12:45, motherfuckers was like, this shit light.
And I'm thinking to myself, the album's 94 minutes long. So how do you know at 40 minutes that the album came out at midnight?
I got supersonic hearing.
It's not even one yet. The crazy part is I turned the album on and like the second it dropped, because y'all had put it in the joint, and I had it, downloaded it. I started from Survival. I got to like Elevate, and I saw motherfuckers tweeting, yeah, I don't know how I feel about side A. Side B sounds a little bit better. I'm like, the fuck did they
22 minutes.
like, what the fuck did they download? Like, Jesus Christ. So it's like, people had preconceived notions. You ever that? You know.
So that's the first thing, that just the hate train in general. And the second thing that stood out is on one of the songs, he said, soon as this shit drop, I'm out of the deal. And it instantly got me to thinking, what is Drake worth on the open market as a musical free agent? What type of record deal does he sign?
I don't know if he does sign one.
That's what I'm saying. Or what type of whatever deal or whatever he's about to do.
It would be the most insane deal
in history.
It
would have to be.
He might get a Supermax.
Like he might get a 10 album $1 billion deal or some shit with Apple or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Who's the most cash rich? As we talk about it every week, they're the most cash rich company in the world.
And they're his golden
ticket.
I mean, he's their golden thing.
Or might be Spotify, because Spotify is the big player, the biggest player in the streaming game, and he just shattered the fucking Spotify record like I said he would. When the J. Cole shit came out, everybody, he did 70 million streams, blah blah blah. I said, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's not even going to be.
You wanna know
close.
how crazy this shit is? Chart Data, and for all of you nincompoops, Chart Data is like the go-to for like everything that happens as far as views, as far as streams, as far as everything. J. Cole's KOD yesterday surpassed 500 million streams. Yesterday.
Yeah.
When did it come out?
I want to say a month and a half ago.
That's what I was going to say. 6 to 7 weeks. Scorpion has 1.4 billion streams already
in 3 days.
and that's where I'm just like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, they said he broke the Spotify 24-hour record with nonstop.
Yeah, locally and globally. Domestically and globally, sorry.
170 million streams from Apple in what was it?
24 hours.
24 hours. And I'm just like, and they projected the album to do 920K the first week. And I'm like, damn. You look back at when Kendrick dropped it with the biggest single arguably of his career.
Not arguably, of his career. A number one song.
Kendrick did 600K. And it's like, God damn, like motherfuckers was like, wow. Like Kendrick did it. And it's like Drake on some 900.
Yeah, watch this.
Like, and it's just insane to me. And like my homie earlier was like, I can't even believe this album is garnering that much attention. And I'm like,
it's Drake. Where the fuck have you been the last 9 years?
Then a motherfucker at my job, this the shit that motherfuckers just say anything. He was like, real talk, like Drake need to get Quentin back. Like the shit he putting out now, like it ain't hitting to it, like the people ain't fucking with it. And I'm like, he got the 2 biggest songs of 2018.
And he's got a third song.
I'm like, he got the 2 biggest songs of 2018. He was like, what? I'm like, nice for what?
And God's Plan.
It's the number 1 song right now. And that moved God's Plan, which was the number 1 out. He's like, barring them 2 joints. I'm like, nigga. I'm like, his last album had One Dance and fucking Controller.
Yeah.
One Dance is the biggest song in England history. I'm like, the Beatles from England. He like, damn, Drake got some old other shit. And I'm like, this really be the shit I be
Not
left
to mention, Look Alive and Walk It Talk It are
top 20s.
Are top 20s.
Look Alive was a top 5.
How? Like,
with fucking Block
it
Boy
doesn't make any
JV.
sense.
I'm gonna get the Draco. Like that shit
It
is the top
doesn't
5.
make any sense, man.
Oh. Take Keith, fuck these niggas. It's just a good ass beat and them acting like
it's digestible.
Yeah. Take Keith is becoming one of my favorite producers.
He all that.
Take Keith,
He's
all
a kid. He's 21 years
I
old.
fucks with Take Keith. I told motherfuckers when I first, they was talking about Non-Stop his ass. I'm like, when I heard Non-Stop, I'm like, that shit is a hit. Sure enough, it breaks the streaming joint.
When I first heard it, I ain't gonna lie to you, I thought it was a little cheesy. And then I went. I was like, let me go back. I was like, I might be tripping.
Because I text you, I'm like, yo, this Non-Stop shit is the truth.
I was like, yo, I be having to check myself sometimes. I be like, yo, maybe I'm being too hard on this joint. Let me go back and listen to it. And I listened to it in the car, and I was like,
that bass line just moves you.
And then Drake had a point in the song where he was like, gotta give it. When he was doing the low voice shit. He was fucking that shit.
She said,
up,
I'm
man.
Bay, I hit my thizzle dance, Mac Dre shit like that.
I was like, oh my god.
He was rolling that fucking beat.
I said, oh no, he's different. Like, he's a different animal.
And this is I saw people today posting Jones with Pusher T like slamming it into the trash, like the album. And I'm like, this is just how weird you are, because what the fuck does Pusher have to do? Like, but that's how, like, I look at like the Nicki Minaj shit. Like, when the Remy train was rolling, everybody jumped on it and was like, yeah, Remy gonna get her out of here. She can't fuck with Remy.
Something different. Yeah,
Remy a shooter and this, that, and the third and all these dumbass excuses. And then motherfuckers realized Remy not really nice. And it was like,
Remy raps like Curtis Blow.
have you ever went over your friend's house to eat? And it's like, I don't know if this is what we should be behind. Then the album did 11,000 first week. Her and Fat Joe dropped a smash song all the way up. That shit did 11,000 copies the first week. And motherfuckers deserted the Remy to the point where the Remy train, it, like, you know how they got the trains down 1234 in Market, like the old trains you can go sit on and take pictures. That's where the Remy train is at. And now it's the Cardi train, and everybody's on that shit. And it's like, I saw the other day some chick was going at it with Nicki Minaj about her releasing more. Like, why don't you grow up your content and stop doing this, that, and the third? And I'm like, people had this weird thing nowadays where they put more energy into the shit they don't like,
to what they do like,
as opposed to what they do like.
Yep.
Because if
like
you don't
3-4
like
years.
her music,
turn it off.
don't download it. But people will
like, fuck you mean? I need something to talk about.
But people will download the shit they don't like. I said it the other day. I'm not a huge fan of J. Cole. You're not gonna catch me outside campaigning against J. Cole.
Yeah.
Because I'm listening to the shit I want to listen to.
J. Cole got about, and J. Cole's a phenomenal rapper.
He can rap his ass off.
But I don't care.
But the music just, it ain't for me.
And it's like, the whole thing with J. Cole is, and I've said this on the show before, J. Cole had the ability to be Jay-Z. It was all laid out for him. He signed to Jay-Z.
If he
all
kept
that
rolling the way he did on Born Center, he would have been it.
He would have been it. But he made a decision that I want to make my music my type of way. I'm gonna stay in the same pocket. I'm gonna rap to the same type of melancholy.
And you have to understand, like, when you do certain things, not everybody is gonna be like, that's their God-given right. I don't have to be a fan of this shit.
You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is, I'm just not gonna fuck with it. When his shit come out, I download it or I add it to my library. I listen to it 1 or 2 times. Like, this shit ain't for me. I move away from it. And
he got the cell from me. I downloaded it,
and I go back to motherfucking Migos or 21 Savage or whatever the fuck I'm listening to. But that shit is not for me. Like, that style of rap, I can't hear it no more. Like, I can't hit. Like, I'm too conditioned to hear rap in a different manner that when I hear J. Cole, it sounds like an older style of rap to me, and it just doesn't process properly to where it's like I can't listen to the shit.
But I literally saw people saying anything over these last couple of days, and I'm just like, damn, y'all really hate dude. Like, y'all hate Drake. And I'd be like, just come out and be like, I don't fuck with Bull because he just win all the time, and I'm sick of that shit.
But that shows insecurity within them, and they want to make it about him rather than them, and make it seem like he's doing something wrong. But then you go and you look at the iTunes chart, and you look at the Spotify chart, and then you look at the fucking Billboard trending chart. You know what I'm saying? And you look at chart data, and he's all over there. Like somebody, like I was like, damn, I had a tweet a couple weeks ago. I was like, yeah, motherfuckers told me that Walk It Talk It was like the worst piece of garbage they ever heard. I said, but yet and still it has it's a top 10 record, and it has like 600 million views on Vivo. And the girl's like, it is terrible. I said, well, the performance of the record would say otherwise. So it's just like, just because, but people be trying to make what they think fact and try to make it stick, and then the numbers and all of that go directly against everything that they be saying.
I always say people,
and then they try to say numbers don't matter. But y'all the same people that when Jay-Z said men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, it was gospel.
Yeah.
But now that he's not the biggest and best artist no more, it don't apply.
People can't see out of right in front of them.
Yes.
Like, the world I walk in and the world I deal with is all that matters. So it's like what I think is what the world thinks. I saw somebody the other day like, damn, Drake dropped an album and nobody talking about it. This is crazy. And I'm like,
who are you talking to?
Because I'm like, I got 2 different group chats. This is all the fuck they fucking going back and forth about. And that's where I'm just like, people can't see past where they are. Yeah. Like what they call it, like when the sky meets your horizon. Like they can't see past that right in front of them. So whatever's going on in there, that's the world. They come outside, dap they homie. You fuck with that Drake John? Nah. Yeah, that shit whack. And then they'll get on the John like, yeah, nobody fucking with that Drake John.
Like you talk to one nigga.
When it's just you 2 idiots not fucking with it. And it's crazy. It's like, I feel like we're just in a different time period. And people are just so I saw women like, I don't want to hear all that singing shit. I'm like, y'all bitches, man. It's like,
y'all bitches different.
Y'all just different out there.
But what I say the other day in the group chat, I said majority of these bros need to be cuffed to a radiator to begin with. Like they most of them is wild fucking animals. Like what woman don't want to be serenaded and sung to? So for you to sit here and tell me that you ain't trying to hear all that singing shit, it's like, goodness gracious, like Jiminy Cricket's Batman. Like you bitches is cut different.
Yeah, real talk. So it's like, how do you feel about all the production on the album?
I love it.
No ID is a fucking
when I went
No ID don't get the say it again.
Oh my god,
he don't get the respect he deserves for being one of the best producers
Big
out
Sean's best album is No ID.
No ID did my favorite Rick Ross song, which was the joint with CeeLo.
Tears of Joy.
Tears of Joy. Like No ID is so good at production.
Still.
It's just unbelievable, yo.
And he can do everything because have you ever heard like Cocaine 80s mixtapes? The production that him and Fauntleroy do together on that shit, the production him and Faunt do together on that shit is different than what he does for Jay-Z, is different than what he does for Drake, is different than what he does for Sean, and it's all perfect.
Yeah.
And he taught Kanye.
Yeah.
And influenced Jay Dilla and all these different people that are on people's top whatever producer list, and No ID's DNA is all in that shit.
No ID is fucking crazy. He did Emotionless, which I think is the best. Like
perfect.
I want to talk about this for a quick second. Emotionless is a perfect song.
Yes.
It's not every day you get a perfect rap song where the sample, like the Mariah Carey sample, is fucking perfect. The beat, him and 40 came together wonderfully on the beat. The way Drake is talking, that he got a 4 to 8 bar jump where he's like, I always see niggas talk about the places they live when everybody here thinking they got nothing to get, like that shit. And then he goes into I know a chick whose only goal was to get to Rome. Then she finally got to Rome and all she did was post pictures for the people at home. Like he was breaking down bar by bar everything me and Chad sit here week after week.
He said, I know girls that...
I know a girl who's crying out for help, but the latest caption is leave me alone.
I know girls that take trips and...
No, I know a girl happily married till she puts down the phone. I know a girl who saves pictures from places she's flown to post later and make it look like she's still on the go. It's just like, damn. I was sitting there like, yep, that's Instagram. That's the whole IG.
And it's just like, holy shit, because it's like, it's the substance part of it too. And it's just like, Drake ain't just up here talking no bullshit. Like, He ain't just making mindless raps and shit like that. He really breaking shit down. So first and foremost, I woke up to a text the day that the album came out, and it was like, yo, I only fuck with 10 records on that joint. So you know what I did? I hit the lock button on my phone and I closed it back, because it's like I went and I counted and I said, just on side A, it's 9 out of 12 records. Even if you don't even include God's Plan, I'm like, it's 9 out of 11.
This is where it's at. Survival is all that. Nonstop is a fucking banger. Elevate grew on me.
I love Elevate.
I grew on me. I could listen to it. I love
Elevate from the rip.
It's grown on me. Emotionless is perfect. God's Plan is the shit. I'm upset I didn't like.
I love it now.
I'm gonna tell you, my girl plays it nonstop, and that can't go 50-50 with no hoe. Shit is like. I'll
tell you what he did on that song. It's not his most lyrically adept record, but he controlled it with energy and quotables.
Yeah.
And that can't go 50-50 with no hoe shit is the line of the summer. And it's like, Drake did it again.
Yeah. 8 out of 10 is all that.
All that.
I don't like Mob Ties.
I like Mob Ties.
I hate that joke.
Because Young Thug's my favorite artist.
Can't Take a Joke is good.
Can't Take a Joke is so good that every rapper out right now would scrap whatever they have to have that record.
I like it. It's not my favorite.
That record is good as shit.
Sandra's Rose is perfect.
Drake and Primo.
Sandra's Rose is phenomenal.
Yo, they got
Primo.
this.
That's the crazy. Because we was going through it the other night in the group chat, and Rob remember he posted the joint from Mac with the sample from Nonstop, and when I looked at it, I'm like, Primo did Sandra's Rose. I'm like, damn, because it damn sure don't sound like a Primo record.
They got this kid that signed to 40 as a writer and a producer that creates samples. Like they'll get a singer.
That's a new trend.
They'll get the singer to come in and sing something or whatever, and then they'll chop it up as if it's a sample, but it's an original creation. So that sample that's in Sandra's Rose is an original that the guy created and sent to Primo, and they said build the record around this sample. So Primo in his head trying to figure out where the fuck this sample came from, and they created the shit.
Damn.
And then they did the same thing on March 14th. The same kid produced March 14th. And inserted that little sample or whatever shit in there, but it's not a sample. It's an original creation. I said 40 is too good, man.
Yeah,
to even
really.
identify that this is the next frontier of music. We're going to create sample-free music with samples in it.
And then you got Talk Up with Jay-Z, which I absolutely hate.
You hate it?
I hate it. I like the beat. DJ Paul did phenomenal.
DJ Paul did it.
He killed that. I saw motherfuckers the other day. Yeah, Juicy J killed that John. Like, just keep scrolling. And it's just, like, motherfuckers say anything. I like the beat. I really don't like Drake's raps, and I don't like Hove's raps.
Niggas is down. Niggas. He said them niggas say shit is down when they shit is down. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit just touched me because I know niggas that man, it's fucked up out here. You can't get no money. No, you're not getting no money.
I understand it, but I just don't like the song.
I like that song.
I could have done totally without that John. And then Jay, it's Jay. It's just what Jay do. Come on, say a little flamboyant shit. And the X line, it just like it didn't even rhyme. And I just was like, no.
I got the point though.
I get it.
Calico said when your shit dope, it ain't got a rhyme.
Yeah. Fuck Calico though. Like, how do you feel about Jay being on the album? Because I thought it was weird.
I thought it was extremely weird, but it just goes to show that the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and that's always a relevant term. And it just goes to show that their beef is not a real thing. It's like we said, it's jealousy on Jay's part that Drake not breaking bread with him. But yet and still, every time he call, you come running because you know the amount of attention that he's going to garner. So you could talk all this money shit and niggas ain't on my level and this and that. But him and Ross are the only rappers that every time they call, here you are. So what does that say about Drake?
Yeah.
That he has the same respect level as if one of them guys that you brought up. Jay brought Ross up in this fucking rap game. He signed him. Yeah. So it's like you got the same adulation for him as a guy that you didn't sign. So that just goes to show he is on your level and you do respect him.
You threw subliminals at him your whole album.
And here you are.
Yo, you want to hop on this, John? All right, yeah, I mean, I ain't doing nothing.
It's Tuesday and shit.
Blue is cool. Blue is cool. I'm swinging right through it.
Yo, come to the crib. Lay this John down real quick. I know you in Calabasas. I'm in Hidden Hills. Pull up.
So for me, out of side A, what I got? I don't fuck with Mob Ties, Talk Up. Is there more? I ain't really.
I could do it out there, John.
So that Talk Up, and for me, 8 out of 10. So yeah, it's like I'm 9 out of 12. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was. That's where I was at. I was about 9 out of 12.
Now with the side B, I know y'all gonna hate me. Ratchet Happy Birthday has become my shit. I hated it at first. I've been playing it nonstop. Ratchet Happy Birthday is all that. The best song on there is Jaded. Jaded is by far like
Jaded and Blue Tint.
Blue Tint is cool. I actually like the Joe in Final Fantasy. Jaded is it's far and away. It might be the best song that he's done singing wise since like When a Good Thing Goes Bad. Like shit on like Take Care. That
like Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, like
that shit's phenomenal. Like Jaded is smoking.
And then to have Ty
in the background,
be smart enough to stack the vocals with
back
Ty.
Around, like they fucked that shit up.
That's a perfect record.
And let's give Ty Dolla $ign a shout out because Ty Dolla he's literally Steph Curry from
straight up
from feature range.
Yeah. And Ty arguably has the best album that came out this year. Beach House 3 Reloaded is...
Beach House 3 was good.
Did you hear the additional 4 or 5 songs?
It's like for extra 5 songs, right?
Yeah, with the joint Simple with Yo Gotti, Drugs with Wiz Khalifa.
I couldn't get enough of the joint with YG where they took the 112
oh,
beat. That's my shit.
And it's like, yo, like that sound that him and Berg are putting together is like, what the fuck? Like,
it's crazy. I was telling my homie, I'm like, if I had to like have one person produce me some shit and it's Mustard and Ty, I'd probably take Ty.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm like, Mustard's the man.
Get more out of
That's what I was telling him. Like he just couldn't come at a song from so many different angles.
Yeah.
That a lot of motherfuckers just can't.
Do you remember the Puff MMM documentary when Ty
Puff
was in the booth?
Couldn't believe he was
I didn't know you could do all that shit. They told me you was a rapper. Like the and I tweeted this other day. I said the runs that Ty come up with, like the vocal runs and the way that they stack his vocals and shit like that. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's the best. Yeah, he's the best.
Yo, I tell motherfuckers all the time, yo, when Free TC came out, that's all I listened to.
That's a near perfect album.
I had like a bad little stretch with some poker shit where I got like super fucked up, but I climbed out of it, and then I took down a nice little tournament. And I literally, like the final table, I literally had, what's the joint with Kanye and Puff on Free TC? It's right there.
I know what you're talking about. Oh, Don't Let Your Guard Down.
Don't Let Your Guard. I had that shit on repeat. And I mean just over and over and over. Sister, don't let your guard. And I'm just like, this might be one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard in my life.
The thing
that's a perfect song.
The thing is with Ty solo records don't get the attention that they deserve because he's too good and they're too good and people just overlook the shit. And it's like, if you hear some of his records, like the record Credit, if he gives that record to Usher or to Chris Brown, it's the biggest record of 2016. But because it's Ty singing it, it's like, oh yeah,
shit,
whatever.
If you look at his album where he did, what's the joint with E40? Saved Me?
Oh, man.
You look at Saved Me. Then you look at Don't Let Your Guard Down with Kanye and Puff.
L.A. with
Brandy. Then
Brandy.
you look at L.A. with Kendrick and Brandy. And then some shit like Horses in the Stable. That's 4 completely different songs that he made from scratch.
Yeah.
And it's like, god damn, they're all good.
Yeah.
Ty's the shit.
Yeah.
Like, Ty don't get his credit. He's the shit.
Ty is single-handedly in the DNA of, it was just the West Coast, but now it's all of music now. Yeah. His DNA is everywhere because you see when Kanye put an album out, who he called? Ty. Now you see when Drake put an album out, who he called? Ty. So it's just certain motherfuckers that you just can't get around, and him as a vocalist and as a writer and a producer is one, and then Berg as a writer and a producer is 2. Yeah. You just can't get around them motherfuckers right now.
Really?
Like they control the sound of popular music right now.
Yeah.
Something that I particularly appreciate about Scorpion is that Drake is trying shit. Like you got records like Nonstop, you got the Blue Tint John, shit like that. Like he's trying shit and he's changing the sound. And I think that's why people was like so abrasive against it at first because it doesn't sound like a Migos record. It don't sound like the same shit that you hear on the radio 99 times a day. It's in a whole different pocket. The way that he delivering his raps and the production sound and the sounds and shit that he using, it's in a whole different fucking pocket, than what everybody's used to hearing. So people like, oh, because I can't, do the walk it, talk it to this shit, I don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
But nah, that album is very, very good.
Yeah, I think Drake's Scorpion album is good. Of course, things grow on you, things become different. Like, it's weird to see so many people, like, in 50 minutes say, oh, this is classic, oh, this is bullshit. And it'd be like,
you're both wrong.
Like, damn, like, you don't want to sit with some music for the summer or sit with some shit for the fall. Motherfuckers literally, like, I listen to it, I like 5 out of this and whatever. And it's like, that's not how. Like,
I told my man yesterday, I said, yo, he was like, side A is a C+, which we just uncovered that's bullshit. And he said side B was terrible. I said, you're going to regret this in like 4 days.
Because as good as side A is, I think side B might be better. Like, it's just better music.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, what's the joint with Todd where he's actually the feature after
the joint with Static on it.
Static, yeah. Like, the Jaded, Ratchet Happy Birthday, you nice for what? I'm just like, yo, the joint Finesse.
Finesse is crazy.
It's just like, it's good ass music. And it's like, no, he's not talking about stabbing people or dice or anything,
He ain't talking about banshees.
The crazy part is like, one of my
the bike is not at 12 o'clock.
I'm sick of Drake, man. It's like he do the same shit every album. And I'm like, but you like Jeezy. The Usher John where he put the hand up in court. like what? Like, you like Jay. Jay literally talks about the same things every fucking song.
Every single time.
I'm like, just say you don't like him. That would make more sense. You know what I mean? For where you at.
Yeah.
But I think the album is good. It had people in an uproar the other night off of the whole shit with his kid. I want to get in that real quick.
Yeah.
The line he had, look at the way we just talked about the whole line we broke down social media. Look at the way we live. I wasn't hiding my kid from the world. I was trying to hide the world from my kid. From empty souls who just wake up and look to debate until you're staring at your seed. You can never relate. And I listened to that line. And I tried to unpack it, put it in its right section, whatever. But then I fucked up and got on Facebook. And Facebook is a rabbit hole. The worst. Because it takes you so far off of
whatever your original reason for going there.
No, I'm just like your original thought process. Because you see thoughts from your stupid ass cousins and your old coworkers. And I saw a chick like, fuck out of here with that lame ass excuse. You was hiding him because you not proud of the fact that you had him with a porn star. Like, fuck out of here. I got 5 kids and I post pictures of them all day because I'm proud of them. I'm like, well, you're not famous. In fact, you don't even bathe. So it's like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like people literally will compare their lives
to that of a superstar.
To that of a person who might be, as far as the music world is concerned, one of the top 2 or 3 people.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't like it's Drake, Jay, and it's literally Adele, Drake.
That's it.
Like,
and last time I checked, Drake got the biggest song in the history of England, not Adele.
Like, you talking about somebody that has 50 million Instagram followers. You know what I'm saying? You talking about somebody who literally can haul off and host Saturday Night Live. You talking about somebody
the ESPN
that
Awards.
can host the ESPYs. That Drake could dead ass host the Oscars if he wanted to. Like, if he put that on his list, like, this is what I want to get into, he could, like, he can go anywhere, do anything. That's a different level of your kid being around that. And I was trying to explain to somebody the other day, like, remember when Jay-Z came on, what's the song? The Pendulum Swings. It was on the Magna Carta. I can't remember the name of it. Picasso Baby. Where he said, damn, they even talk about your baby crazy. And it's like, your baby's sitting front row at the awards. She in front of Kendrick Lamar. Like, you kind of support that.
Right.
And like we said earlier about, a couple shows ago about Kevin Durant with your mom sitting up there with, like, your mom is sitting on a stage.
You parading her.
With Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith get jokes. Cleveland A. Smith by Jamie Foxx, Screaming A, Ziggy with the one game. Like, they get jokes.
Yeah.
So your mom sitting next to them doing what they do, she gonna get that.
She a public figure now.
You're a public person. Like, with, what's the light-skinned nigga from Breakfast Club?
Envy.
with the dudes, Deezus and Mero. Like, no, y'all talked about my wife, and like, nigga, you and your wife went on a show and discussed your issues in front of the world. You
and your wife have a fucking podcast.
Like, you bought this. You go out in front of the world, you can get that. And it's like, some people just don't. I understand it because I don't want, like, at one point, me and my girl talk about kids all the time, you know, and at one point I was like, I don't see nothing wrong with posting your kids and videos. This was years ago. Now, I honestly, if I probably won't, just because, and I say it all the time, I follow you. I didn't follow your son.
Right.
Like, I don't want to see this nigga doing karate. You know what I'm saying? Like, because for all that, I could have followed him. It's like I follow you, but motherfuckers literally get to the point where they don't have anything to post.
Yeah.
And be like, let me get some likes real quick, feel good. I'm going to post my daughter, you know.
Remember Fab posted the first day of school, but it wasn't the first day of school?
Yeah, like, it just... And
it was like school closed today.
And I saw people on Facebook like, fuck out of here, because he posts everything. Why wouldn't he post his kid? And I'm just like,
he don't post everything.
He don't post that. But my thing is this: we have literally gotten to the point in society. Again, I hate Instagram. I hate you niggas. Where if you don't post your girl on Instagram,
you don't have one.
You know, you're a bad boyfriend. Right. If you don't post your kids on Instagram, you're a bad parent. I see bitches that are in physical abusive relationships and say shit like, post me on the gram so I know it's real. How about not punch me in the teeth so I know it's real? You know what I'm saying? Instagram has literally ruined motherfuckers to where that's all that matters. I had somebody a couple months ago hit me. Yo, did you and Lee break up? Oh, this is on the DM. I'm like, what? They made me ready to text her. Like, did we
broke up? What the fuck is going on? Where you at?
He like, oh no, because you ain't post her in a little minute. And I'm like, she's naked on the couch. You want me to go get her? And I was like, that's how weird we are. Like, motherfuckers see you not post.
People
like,
so invested in other people's lives, man.
You could dead ass have a watch and not take a picture with it for 2 or 3 weeks, and the motherfucker be like, oh, he must have lost his watch. He must have been somebody stole that junk. Like motherfuckers just start assuming shit. And him laying all of that shit out, like, I see girls do this shit. I see people do this. Motherfuckers act like this when in reality this is what really is going on. And it's like, yo, look at the way we live.
Yeah, y'all not the right kind. I'm cool.
I don't want no parts of this shit. And I saw motherfuckers like, look at the way Khaled show his son off. I'm like, Khaled's son gonna sue him. Like, when he get old enough and realize, he gonna sue the shit out.
For exploitation.
He gonna sue the shit out of Khaled.
And he looks miserable wherever he goes.
Looks awful whenever he's out. Like, I just want to nap and watch fucking Barney. Like, you killing me.
I want to play with my fucking giraffe, dog.
Yeah.
Like, get me off this motherfucking Hennessy cooler.
But yeah, I can't take people on social media sometimes. I guess that could be a segue into the I'm sorry.
Real quick before we get on, we can finish this final segment. We got an ad today. Woo woo. The realest podcast ever is sponsored this week by National Credit Card Relief. If you can't seem to stay ahead of your bills, and this message is for you. How would you like to have a large portion of your credit card debts, medical bills, and department store debt forgiven? National Credit Card Relief would like to give you free information. That's right, free information on a proven debt forgiveness program. This program has been used by thousands to legally forgive millions in unsecured debt, and it is not bankruptcy. I repeat, it is not bankruptcy. It's not consolidation either. This special program actually wipes clean your portion of your debt that is forgiven from what you owe your creditors. Call for free information and get all your questions answered in the first free call. The more that you owe, the more that you can save. If you have at least $10K or more in credit card bills, this debt forgiveness program can be very effective. Call for free information and find out more now at 1-800-218-7170. There is no cost or obligation for the information. Do not wait. Call 1-800-218-7170. That's 1-800-218-7170. Get your debt problem solved today by calling 1-800-218-7170.
Yeah, man, but like that was what I was going to say, man. Like with social media, it's like we've been saving this for a while because y'all been losing y'all fucking minds, man. You want to take the lead on this one?
So
man?
Apparently, the Philly rap game, as it's presently constructed, consists of a bunch of Tyler Perry musical style videos where what you're doing is more important than what you're saying. And it's come to the point where just rapping in front of your little iPhone 2 is not enough. Now you got to shoot a whole visual to go along with it. But apparently the glitch in all of this is that none of these guys have recorded music for sale or streaming on any, viable platform where it could actually get noticed. And so I'm guessing that they're trying to get signed to Instagram Records is pretty much what I've the conclusion that I've come to.
Instagram Records. I saw the one where the chick was breaking up the fight. I can't get past that. It's just,
I don't want to hear that. That's domestic violence shit. You better go on his shit. I said, yo, I said we have to be like, we're devolving. Like, I used to have a theory that Southern people evolved from apes. No, I think it's all of us. Like, I think we all evolved from apes, and then we are it's de-evolution going on right now in front of us.
The whole thing, like motherfuckers trying to go viral.
Yes.
Not even the rap niggas, just motherfuckers in period.
Yeah.
In general, period. It's so ridiculous. It's so unbelievable. Yes. Because it's like, you ain't got nothing else better to do.
No, I don't.
Okay, you go viral, then what?
Gotta do it again.
I'm lit on the gram. That really be the mantra.
I'm lit on the gram for 24 to 72 hours.
Yo, it's unbelievable.
And I gotta do it again. It's to the point where niggas are at home jotting down
ways to go
viral.
Yeah.
No, if I say this, and then the boy say this, and then the bitch with the fat ass jump in, and then she say this, and I say, damn. Is that your ass or is your mama half reindeer? They gonna think about the Nelly shit, and then I'm gonna say such and such, and then I'm gonna start rapping for 30 bars.
Yeah.
You know what's the problem that's plaguing the black community? Hit and runs.
Yeah.
I'm about to write me a hit and run rap. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be standing over here on the stoop, right? And then you're gonna be like, oh shit, boy got hit. And then y'all gonna run up, but the car not hit, but the bull got a bunch of ketchup on him. That's the fake blood. Shit. And then I'm gonna say, then bull gonna try to hop in the car that's not hit and skate. And then I'm gonna be like, ho. Then I'm gonna rap 30 bars.
We all good on that?
Y'all good on that? You know what I'm saying? Everybody know what they need to do? XXX just died. You know what I need to do? I'm gonna go to the motherfucking graveyard, cover myself in dirt. You know what I mean? We gonna go to Home Depot. We gonna get some packing fertilizer, some fake grass, right? I'm gonna cover myself in dirt. Then I'm gonna rap from the grave.
Ew.
Rest in peace, X.
I seen some insane shit these past couple of days. And the crazy part with it, yo, is like, no matter how ridiculous a video is, no matter how ridiculous a rap, a speech, of whatever,
y'all be right there.
It's people in the comments like, yo, this is some deep shit. And I be like, not really.
People was like, yo, this is amazing.
but like Carl said it best. Shout out to Carl. Carl, like, you got these dudes who want to be community leaders and, they want to push change. We want to change a narrative and change the culture.
Yeah.
Okay, you give this deep message, deep with quotation marks. Now what are you doing? What?
Yeah, you don't get off your couch.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, you don't actually go out and touch the community that you're speaking on.
So it's like that goes back to, you just want to go viral. Yeah. You just want to have
you just want a lit page so that you can sell flat tummy tea on the fucking gram. You just trying to get some sponsorship money and some ad money.
I don't blame you. But it looks ridiculous.
But spare us, the community activists, part of it, because it's people out here that really need saving and need help and need advice. And you basically playing with their struggle and their problems, trying to garner attention. And y'all doing fake motivational videos with no intention on following through on anything that you saying.
Absolutely.
And that's worse than not saying nothing at all. Because you creating hope within these people that's following you that actually think you're not a total dickhead. Me, Matt, Love, and Carl think y'all total dickheads, by the way.
Yeah.
So we don't have no expectation of y'all. We have no. But the people that are dumb enough to follow you, stupid motherfuckers, they think that y'all really gonna enact some change, and y'all not gonna do nothing but throw a motherfucking day party and charge them $20 to get in.
Yeah.
and try to mix and mingle with them. That's
the crazy part is
do.
like I'll see something, right? And I'll see the way people are reacting to it, and I'll be like, shout out Moon, because I know Moon listen. Moon always be like, Matt hates everything. Right? And I'm like, I don't honestly, it's a lot of shit I like and a lot of shit I love. Is that fly going crazy?
That joint is driven.
All over. It's a lot of shit I like and love. My thing is I have a bullshit radar.
Yes.
Like, perfect example, it's a chick. She real nice looking chick. She play poker and shit. And she like a high roller, heavy chick, whatever. We wound up at a table one night, and she's known to get crazy, like crazy bluffs, this, then, and she'll like try to like muscle you, cause she racked the fuck up, and she got this white boy funding her, so she throw thousands on the table like it ain't shit.
Yeah.
Whatever. Me and her had just never linked up at a table, but we linked up at this table, and I don't want to get too deep into poker because I know a lot of motherfuckers just don't understand it. But I had pocket eights, right? I raised it pre-flop. She called it. Flop came out, junk. I threw out a bet. She 3-bet me, came over the top. I called it. Turn was a blank. I checked, let her bet. I sat there for a little second, called it. When the river hit with the king, I'm like, I know she's about to represent that king. Let me just check. I checked. She was like, how much do you got behind? I raised my hands because you don't talk just to.
Yeah.
I raised my hands. She's like, I'm all in. I'm like, I call. Turn the eights over and she just looked down the cards. I'm like, you ship it. She mucked her hand and shit. And she ain't never fuck with me again. Right. I'm just like, I have a bullshit rate. Like me playing poker, just I have that to where it's just like, I said to myself, I know she's about to try to represent this king right here. Cause it was like 3-3, 6-2. Like that was the board. I'm like, I know she missed every fucking thing. She got ace, queen, ace, jack, some bullshit like that. I know she about to represent that king. And I let her jam on me and I'm talking about, she's like, I'm all in. I'm like, I call and turn the eights over. And just look. And she looked at her cards. I'm like, you don't gotta do that. Just ship it. She ain't never fuck with me again. Right. She see me, she don't even want to sit at the table. Cause I'm like, and that's that I take it into real life.
Right.
To where it's like, before shit even start happening, I'm like, today.
You want some bullshit.
Perfect example. I'm coming up Allegheny. I'm driving the bus today. I'm coming up Allegheny. B in Allegheny. It's cops and shit everywhere. As I get closer, you can see all these people standing around or whatever. It's a dirt bike laid on its side, glass all in the street. I see the van got this huge ass dent in the side of it, and the nigga who's on the dirt bike is laying on the ground screaming. He bloody. You might have had a couple broken bones, or they got an oxygen joint. And the people on the bus, oh my god, would the cops hit him or something? And I'm like, oh, he riding that dirt bike through North Philly. He ran a light and ran into fucking T-boned into a fucking van. And the lady like, oh yeah, shit, damn, there go the van right there. I'm like, yes, it's a big van with the dent. It's at the accident. And I'm like, I just see shit differently than other people. I'm talking about everybody on the bus. Damn, what the cops shot him? What the cop, damn. Like, cops be on some bullshit out here. And I'm like, them cops they saving his life.
Right.
Like, cause the ambulance wasn't even there. Like, the cop was lifting his head and putting I guess they had like an oxygen joint in their car or whatever. And I'm like, nah, the cops is actually helping him. I'm like, he ran into that fucking van. And they're like, oh, what you it came through here and seen it already? I'm like, nigga, I'm sitting
with y'all.
I'm 10 feet in front of you. Like, I just see shit differently sometimes. And my thing is, I see shit and I see the way people, like, it'll be like the majority going one way. And I'll be like, is it wrong that I'm like on the complete opposite side? Then I'll speak with you or Carl or Rod, and motherfuckers be like, no, this is some bullshit. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, at least I ain't the fuck tripping. You know what I mean? And that's where I've gotten in, like, life growing older. I really don't like being in the majority. Because 9 times out of 10, y'all be wrong.
Yeah, I tell people, listen, I was like, I'm not this, I'm not that. I'm just a truth seeker. Like I'm on the side. I'm on the side of the truth and whatever is correct. Like, and my whole thing is, I'm not one of those people that want to be right more than I want to be factually correct. Like, I want the information. I want to. If I don't know something, I want to learn what I don't know and figure out. All right, cool. So my perspective was off on this, blah blah blah. But my thing with people be like, oh, you think you so smart and da da da. I said no. I said my thing is, number one, I am smart. I've been certified by several organizations as being smart. I've gone through school, earned my degrees, whatever, done aptitude tests, all that shit. So that is what it is. That's factual. So you can fuck out of here on that. But more so than anything, I'm right on my things that I think I'm right way more than I'm wrong.
My thing is this. It ain't even about whether or not, because people say the same shit to me. Oh, you swear you know everything. No. The thing about me is, though, is that I try to learn whenever I can.
I know what I don't know.
Like, if you right now was like, yo, what's the best water as far as electrolytes and pH balance? I'd say, I don't know. And I'd go look.
I'd go find out.
I'd go try to find some sources. But if you tell me right now, if you ask me what's the best selling first week of a rap album ever, I could run off the top 6 or 7 because I know them.
Right.
That's the way truth and knowledge works. You're supposed to learn something every day.
Yeah.
But there are people like I see,
so afraid of knowledge.
They don't want the shit, and they just be like afraid of it almost. And I drive to 60 now on Saturday and Sunday. I've never done the 60, which goes through Kensington and out. Like I've never actually driven a bus through Kensington on the 1st of the month. I did not know that was. Like, I'm not trying to be, because I've been in North Philly on 1st of the month. Because I be on the 33 or the 48. But I've never actually driven a bus back and forth through Kensington on the 1st of the month. I did, like, that shit today was like K&A. Like, I can't believe people live like that. I'm talking, it was motherfuckers laid out. I'm talking about bent over, dope, sick. I'm just like, damn. Like, that's crazy to me. That's just bonkers. But it's motherfuckers who really are just out here not evolving. They're just coasting through life. And they don't coast for like, you get out of high school, you might take a year, figure yourself out. My girl's sister, congrats to B, she just graduated from college. She's in Costa Rica right now. She got her degrees in biology. She's in Costa Rica doing a medical program. When she comes back here, she's going to take the EMT classes, and then she's going to take some other classes at Dell State before she goes to med school, because she wants to be a biologist and work in like third world countries. Yeah. It's amazing how smart and together she is. But it's like, yeah, you'll take like she said, she's gonna take some time off, but she did high school, went straight into college, graduated. Yeah. She's gonna take time before she goes to med school just to balance yourself. Right. But motherfuckers literally just take like from 22 to like 38. They just take all of that off.
They gonna take the time that it takes to matriculate through school off.
I'm gonna just take that off, and then when I'm 40, I'll find a chick that like is fucked up because she ain't got no man, and I live with her, and I'll carry the waters in the house. Like, motherfuckers.
Put a little steaks on the grill every now and then.
It's crazy. Yo, I'm at 30th Street the other day. I cannot make this up. You know how motherfuckers be out there begging for change and shit? The nigga walks past me, dog. He had how motherfuckers tattoos and shit. Like, you see my shit right here? Yeah. Established 1984. The nigga walked past me begging for change. His tattoo on his neck said established 1993. I was like,
nigga, you 11 years.
I'm like, you like 24. I'm begging. Like, what the fuck you out here begging?
Not even trying. I was at the gas
I'm talking, not to cut you off, able-bodied. Yeah. Like, pause, he was in shape, like nice, like he was a nice, like young, like, ain't like he got no problems or no shit.
Ain't like he got missing a leg or no shit.
Like, he's in shape, young. I'm looking at him like, why the fuck you out here begging, dog?
White man fucking me around, dog. I'm out here begging.
They got my back against the wall. What the fuck you want me to do? And I
got locked up for weed paraphernalia a couple years ago. Fuck my life up. I don't know what to do.
I gave him $5. I don't know why. To this second,
I wouldn't have gave him shit.
That was my initial. Like, the fuck is wrong with this nigga?
Gave him some advice.
But I rolled with him. I'm like, dog, why? Like, why? And he like, man, what you mean? Like, back against the wall, G. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, huh, man. And I gave him, I meant to grab a 1. As the 5 went out the window, I'm like, I can't pull it back. I look like a piece of shit.
Hold up, my bad, my man. Get that, man. You got change?
But I gave him $5.
Let me get 3 ones back.
And I'm just thinking to myself, like, damn, like, because when I graduated high school, you gotta remember, my mother passed away 2 weeks before my high school graduation. So I graduated high school. My sisters were graduating in 8th grade, and we got a shock, like and I'm thinking, like, damn. And I went through a rough patch. I was getting high. I was hanging with a bunch of fucking knuckleheads doing shit. I told you I got locked up. Like, I went through a rough little patch as far as life is concerned. And I'm like, damn, what if at 23 I would have just given up and been like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm out here. You know what I mean? But it was like literally I was working jobs and I was like, yo, I think I'm gonna get I was 22 when I did this shit. I was like, I'm gonna get my CDL. And I did that and I started driving trucks and I liked it and was making good money. And then I wanted to be home. So I transitioned over into SEPTA and it's just like, I look now and it's like, I got a good life.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, damn, what if at that fork I'd have just been like, I ain't going for that CDL shit. I'm go get me a cup and go down to 30th Street. Get me a big golf cup and go down to 30th Street. And it's funny because we make jokes, but it's sad at the same time.
It's super sad. Listen, I was at the gas station the other night. I'm going in the damn gas station to get a straw of all fucking things.
He's a freak. What?
With this little, I'm with this little situation. She needed a straw for some reason, so I go in the motherfucking gas station to get a straw for a little situation. So I go in the trunk and little situation needs a straw. So I go in there to get this motherfucking straw, right? And it's a nigga that he can't be no older than 24 years old, and he's sitting right there, and I'm telling this little situation. I was like, if I get into anything, it's called a law. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, this nigga might have cost me.
What gas station was you at?
I was at the joint on like Broad. You know where Sid Booker's is, right?
Oh, you tripping? Yeah, you fucking.
I was at the Luke Oil joint.
I just wanted to see if you was on the north side of Philadelphia.
Of course I was.
Yeah,
I was in Logan.
Yeah.
He's sitting there on a railing, like he waiting, like, all right, yeah. I'm like, yo, this nigga cost me, just called a law and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, it might be a confrontation. So I walk in, sure enough, I'm coming out. Yo, OG, you got he's like, you got 50 cents. I said, you know what? Shit, lucky day I got more than 50 cents. But I'm just sitting here thinking like to myself, like, yo, this nigga young as shit. And you resigned yourself to begging on a motherfucking Tuesday night or whatever the fuck night it was, like about 50 cents, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to ask, like, the people, I meant to put it on Instagram, like, when y'all kids be outside begging and, like, doing a bunch of, like, crumb shit, like, do that offend? Because I know from my growing up, you know what I mean? Perfect example. There was an Acme in my neighborhood. It's now ShopRite or whatever. But at the time, you know, Penrose Plaza.
Yeah.
That was an Acme.
I was just at that supermarket the other day. A TRP fan ran up on me.
It's actually, they redid it. It looked pretty nice in there.
Yeah.
But that was an Acme back in the day. And me and my mom went to the Acme. And we're going in. I see like all my neighborhood poor friends in front of the supermarket. So I'm like, you know, what in the heavens are you niggas doing? Like, why are y'all just out front of the Acme or whatever? And they like, we bagging. And I'm like, mind you, my mom done went in the store.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to them because I'm like, you know, she like, oh, well, I'll be in the store. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, what the fuck? What's bagging? And they like taking the bags to the cars. And I'm like, is that a service that they offer? You know, I'm not like a ghetto little kid, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. So I'm like,
is that part of the premium package?
I'm like, what do you mean? They like, because remember the old supermarkets had the railings, so you couldn't take a cart past them joints. So you like, people can't take their carts to the cars, so you help them take their bags, they give you $1, $2, whatever. And I'm like, oh, word? And in my mind, I'm like, oh shit, that sounds like money. So a lady came out, I'm like, you need help with your bag? She was like, yes. And I took her bags to the car, and she gave me $3. I was like, oh, this is pretty lit. As I turned around and started walking to the store, my mom is in the front like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I was taking, you know, we be bagging out here. Like, I
just got recruited, you know what I'm saying? Part of the bag.
They put me on the team. It's like a pyramid. You know,
at the bottom of the pyramid right now.
My mom was so mad. Like, don't you get that lady her money? I'm like, the bitch gone. She got a LeBaron and took the fuck off. She was in a drop top LeBaron.
Like Freddie got fingered.
Yo, my mom was pissed, and it was like, you don't do that. Like, you
dumbass song.
Yeah, and it's like, as you get older, you realize like, oh no, that's just bum shit. Like asking to pump gas, and it's like those are kids that just don't have anything to do. And the sad part be, it don't even be kids at a certain point. It be grown. Like, you ever pull up a gas station and it be a nigga your age, like, oh gee, I pump your gas, and you like,
nigga, you older than me.
No, no.
You I'm 35. You 38, nigga. You talking about OG?
Yo, I pulled up to the gas station one day. The bull walked up and was tapping my car, like the gas tank. He's like, "Pop it for me, big man. Pop." I ain't even get out the car yet. He's like, "Pop it over," because caddy, you gotta hit the button. And I'm looking in the little mirror. I'm like, I rolled the window. I'm like, "Yo, what you doing?" He's like, "Come on, what you want? You want regular premium?" I just drove the.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I just drove the fuck off.
I ain't even get out.
I don't need the gas that bad. You know what I'm saying? I got about an eighth of a tank left. That's enough to get me to the next gas station.
My girl always be like, "I hate going to gas stations in the hood." She said, "Sweetie pie, let me pump that gas for you." Nigga 70 years old trying to pump gas. And I'm like, yo, this shit's sad as fuck.
If you and your SSI check don't get the fuck out of here, Hubert.
But I would wonder that, like, when y'all kids be out, like the kids that be out begging for money for their football teams, lying and shit at the intersection, I be like, do y'all get offended when y'all get, like, cause y'all gotta know these kids. One chick told me her lady live on her block, son wanted some Jordans. She told him no because his grades was bad. He went out and started begging for money at the intersection, got the money up and bought the Jordans. And the mom like whipped his ass all out in the street. And I'm just like, cause you make the family look terrible. Yeah. And that's the tip my mom was on. Like, it looked like we don't feed you or give you things if you out here doing this shit.
Like you malnourished. You out here asking for dollars to bag.
Like you the fat kid out here bagging and shit. Like, this don't make no fucking sense. But yeah, my mom was heated. And ever since that, it was just like, nah, dog, you just gotta handle your situation. Like, people with the sneaking on the bus, and I don't be giving a fuck. But I be looking like, damn, dog, like, you no class, no nothing, like that shit just ain't registered. Nigga asked me today for it. He's like, yo, can I get a ride down to C Street? I'm only going to C Street. Mind you, we on like 32nd in Allegheny. He like, I'm only going down to C Street.
Only going 61 blocks.
I'm only going down to C Street. I'm like, yeah, he's like, yeah, man, I left the fucking trans pass at the crib. I just gotta get to C Street. That's where I'm going. I'm like, whatever. I take him down there. My next trip coming up, I pull up and see.
He coming back.
He like he put his hands up.
Big man.
And she was getting played like, I just gotta get back that way.
Gotta get back to 32.
I'm only going to 37.
You know where I'm going, man. I ain't gotta,
I was like, all right, whatever, man. But that shit is like, kids who be begging and be bums and shit, they become adults who be begging and be bums. And those be the ones that turn around and be on social media like, oh, this is deep. When in all actuality, it's the shallowest shit you could possibly ever see.
Not deep and it's not amazing, guys.
I had fun today, man. This was
man. This was a riot.
This is a laugh riot. You got anything else you want? We covered all our topics. I don't really care about the Terry Crews situation.
Yeah, I mean, he got his nuts grabbed, whatever.
It's like,
good luck out there, Terry.
Yeah, it's like,
Big T.
You got to sock niggas. I feel him know like what he was saying, but
sometimes you got to put hands and feet on people.
Sometimes you got to.
Yeah. That's all I got,
That's really it. Yeah, I ain't got nothing else on that.
Y'all have a blessed evening. Be safe this week. I will not be here next week. I got to go out of town. And then, yeah, that's it.
Big a deal.
Peace.